And that could also
ago, and it's just a little bit too spooky to play against. Respect.
I like the bans from the Puppet. He actually taken down two of their most comfortable heroes that were like, I think they were in 100% of the games. Like those two supports, they actually like the key points for them to set up their drafts.
They have pretty good hero versatility, and I like the fact that they are usually able to switch between Tims and Yopaj, that 4 and 2. Sometimes they'll pick a hero, and it could be either, like Snapfire, Wind Ranger, I think even Earth Spirit this patch could be there. But the one person who does not have the hero versatility right now, it's Scam. Like a third of his games are all Bane games, so it's a good ban.
It's a good ban indeed. Let's see what heroes are left in the pool that we should be worried about or should be thinking about. I mean, of course, TA and Invoker come to mind.
For sure, those two. I wonder if Puppy's gonna try the Omni Knight once again.
Ooh.
It's Tiny. I'm pretty sure Boom has to take Invoker right now because like these two heroes, Tiny and Invoker together, they're like incredibly powerful right now.
Or you go for the Yopaj TA if you know that a Tiny is coming. They'll end up actually going for something different altogether with a Death Prophet and a Kunkka coming out.
I like this opener. I really do like this opener versus a Tiny first phase. We'll see if the Invoker comes. I think Roman has a good point. It would be a very solid pick also against DP potentially coming mid. I mean, the Kunkka is also able to go many lanes.
Why do you like Kunkka?
It's just for them. I think they need to keep their playstyle. They want to get this pre-20 minute, 15, 20 kills, you know? Like
just they comfortable hero, right?
Yeah. And this is also their timing that, whoa! Look
this
at
is unexpected.
That. Very
at
unexpected. I'm super curious to see what items he'll buy, because I think that's what everybody is struggling with on Storm, is like, what's the new item build?
Indeed.
And we've seen Storm a couple times, but correct me if I'm wrong, mostly it was when there was an IO in the game for it.
We saw him once this
I think it was once,
IO.
yes.
And it was us and we lost.
It was a pretty hard game.
And it was like...
like no chance.
Team Secret recognizing true strength heroes with the Disruptor, right, Johan? We gotta get that out. Too strong.
I know. I think somebody put some money under the table for Clement, or he had a bet going or something. Like, no way, you ban Disruptor. This hero is so bad. So bad.
You think so?
Obviously, it's like a protection thing, and maybe they're also just trying to push the +5 out of out of his comfort zone incredibly hard. Like, what's he going to be left with? Warlock. You know, if you actually make him pick something even worse by banning Disruptor, sure, I think it makes sense. I don't think the ban is like the strongest ban, but hey, why not? You know, you're already banning +5, and maybe you don't care what else is coming. Then sure. But if they pick something strong and it has a big impact on the game, I'll go back to this ban for the next game and we'll talk about this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the thing.
Scam could also be the Death Prophet. They play 5 positions.
Right, that's not a bad idea. I do think +5 DP is not the counter to Tiny, and I do think they want to counter the Tiny core, which is most likely coming, although Yasuo could play the Tiny, sure. So nobody knows yet, and that's the beauty of drafting as well, if you have two teams that are really willing to flex everything.
I do want to mention the Clement thinking. Like, you see this unusual bans that like right now he's targeting the one one player.
Out of the comfort zone,
player.
You know?
That's it. Yeah, and you rarely see this type of like drafting patterns, right, from other teams. They're like basically focusing more on the team dynamics, team lineup, like overall. But he knows like how to push the strings and like remove one player from the game.
Yeah. No. It is something to think about also when you're going into a series or you're going into a team that's doing really good. Look at their replays, try and find out weaknesses, and quite often you have that Bulldog-esque type player, and it's like you ban 2 heroes, and now what? Now it's a different game. And,
not gonna do the same.
Yeah. Okay, Queen of Pain ban as well. Even though it got nerfed and hasn't seen a lot of play, they did play once Boom, right? They were the team to pick it up.
I think they were the team to pick it up.
Yeah.
And they won with it.
So that also goes to show that they might be thinking about DP5 or DP3. I'm probably thinking DP3 myself, and I think they might have the same idea. I'm really curious why nobody has targeted. I mean, now they have the Kunkka, but I was thinking about targeting Yopaj as well in the first phase. Instead of banning supports, you ban Ember Kunkka and see what's up. There's maybe the Queen bot. Would they ever first phase it? Would that even be good? But
I'm also curious to see some Shadow Demon from Team Secret as well. Just to
very strong
with
SD picked. Yeah, and versus DP, you ulti her, she can't ult.
Yeah, like really good against these two heroes.
Yep, that would be a very cool pick. I see it.
What's the pattern coming out from Boom's bans? Because obviously Enchantress gets removed. Sure, it's a strong hero.
I mean, the Razor is definitely a preparation for something coming up, right? You don't care about Razor with these 2 heroes. What? Another game of Mirana.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a strong hero for Tims, but we've seen him mostly when he had proper setup for it.
SD got even better.
They got the Kunkka still, which is like they always have the Kunkka, the Ember, right? And I would say, yeah, SD or the type of hero to break a combo is super valuable. Like SD being super good. I think maybe there are other ones like the Omni or the Abaddon, still good.
I also see like during this tournament, the tiny games, the games that he hasn't had any buffs, he lost. And the games that he had buffs, like for example, at least in Walker or like some Walker, he was winning. And we have another save actually, which is really great against Kunkka and Mirana.
Okay, we've seen Yapsor play tiny. We've obviously seen core tiny as well. OD most likely on the offlane, but like, what do we think about opening with these three heroes? Do we like this? Because it's pretty.
It's looking weird.
Different, yeah.
It is different.
It's different. I still think it's cool. It all depends on this next pick as well. I think this next pick can be really powerful and be very decisive. You might not want to pick the carry yet, but then you're
position 5.
Yes, you should be picking the position 5, I think.
Keep things open as well.
Yeah, and you want to maybe pick something that goes well with the tiny, or goes well with what you're then talking or thinking about, because maybe tiny carry is not that good this game. Like Roman said, I don't think they have a good lineup for it. It doesn't make as much sense with Storm either. Some Ursa or more physical damage, like early game. These are things that I think are very, very interesting. But then I don't know, is Tiny OD good? You know, on the lane, what do you do?
It's not a strong lane, of course, but it just gives the Tiny opportunities to roam around mid lane and help out the Storm. So the OD will get his Meteor Hammer eventually.
Yeah. I do think the Tiny roaming mid is not strong versus Death Prophet mid. Question is, Kunkka's probably going there, but if it was a DP mid, I think the Tiny Storm is not that enjoyable.
Jakiro, so that's your 5 right there. Should be your 5. I don't think core Jakiro is a thing after the patch. He did get hit by some nerves.
Yeah, and it's cool, right? Cool damage, cool setup with OD. I think it's pretty casual. Teamfight 5 and laning support that he went for.
They actually needed some damage output from the position 5.
Yeah, they definitely did.
It's good for slowing down pushes in general, but I'm still afraid that that in general their lineup is susceptible just being run at quite a lot, right? OD, Jakiro, they like this sort of clear setup. Chaos is in their favor.
I think it's going to be a DP5 now. They exclusively run the Penguin 3, right?
Yeah. Yopaj can play it, but I haven't seen him play it in a really long time.
It might be Kunkka carry DP position 2, right? And
a bit awkward of a lineup.
I mean, it is awkward.
I think they're going to want some physical damage dealer. But yeah, you're right. In theory,
Jackie does play Kunkka, so there's the option.
Oh, it can also be like Kunkka DP bottom, and they are looking for the mid hero.
Yep, that could also be something. It's true. What would you pick mid against a Storm? That could be cool with their lineup.
I do think Invoker is still good for them. It's not like a direct counter by any means, but he might buy, Urn and Orchid to deal with it.
Wouldn't it be funny to see so many bans coming out from Team Secret on the POS 5 and that they just go for the DP as a POS 5 instead?
Yeah.
Just, outplayed. Luna coming out in the ban, so they are.
I think Luna, Klinks, these types of heroes are pretty good for Boom. I don't know if Jackie plays Klinks.
An Ember Spirit still in the pool, right?
Yes, Ember, Invoker, TA. All
very good Ember game for the fights. A little bit awkward still with Boom's lineup, but hey, why not? You don't have to think about ending the game if you can keep killing them forever and ever.
I mean, that's an option as well.
Bloodseeker banned.
Play anyways.
That's just a Pango. They've done it before to protect the Pango.
I like this ban a lot.
I just wonder, I think Bloodseeker carry is mega bad.
Really?
I feel like it in this patch. I'm not sure. The new Aghanims was really bad. In my opinion, that was a big nerf. I think Aghanims was actually cool before, and now it's just bad. Dugger banned. I think both bans make a lot of sense from Team Secret. I think there's still a lot of picks left for Boom. Drow, Klinks, I would particularly look at. Very cool Drow game.
Isn't Jackie also notorious for his Medusa?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a bad Medusa game either. True. It's very good versus Storm because Storm already lacks damage, and you could say the Secret already do lack damage.
How do you feel about OD versus Dusa? Because OD at least gets a lot of mana every single time he imprisons the Dusa, and that can sometimes be scary with the hammer drop. Or is that just not enough of a factor to worry?
So OD, I think, wants his team to be stronger than the enemy, for Astral to be good, and for his hero to kind of click his spells. And at the moment, they're overwhelmed. The boat and the DP spells and the Pango roll all just make Secret scramble. There's no way they can fight back, even if they click all their buttons perfectly. if they don't blow people up or stop these combos from happening, there's no fight to be had. Like there's no way.
Right?
Too much chaos. And then OD, you're not gonna get to hit. You're not gonna get to ulti. Your save isn't gonna do anything. So Secret, they need some force right now. They need something with good damage, like, or something that buffs the Tiny so he can deal the damage.
What do you think about Nakes for the Team Secret?
I have a problem with Nyx's damage as well. I don't think it's enough. It would be cool if they did have like, or they weren't facing this amount of team fight versus what they have. But I think, yeah, Nyx is not going to kill anything in time.
Okay.
It's in later game, if they get more items, or maybe Storm also deals more damage this patch with some item build that I haven't thought of or seen, then it starts becoming cool. But still, like, imagine playing this Nyx versus both buff and roll happening. Like, this rage runs out, you're dead. Your team is not doing anything while the rage is going, or not doing enough. You're waiting for Jakiro and Storm to deal a lot of damage.
Ember.
That's
Okay.
Ember.
So what is our support here? Is it Tiny, Jakiro still, and then who's going safe lane?
Yes.
I think
Ember
it's
safe lane.
Ember.
Okay.
Safe lane.
Yeah. That's a cool pick.
I mean, they do have a pretty cool lineup.
Yeah, they have the
need to.
evasive heroes.
Yeah, they need to play around, like pushing them a lot and like take a lot of fights. But their lineup, I mean, OD kind of like take Roshan, right? Nowadays.
I guess when you have the orb and you have the treads, I guess you'll help take the Roche.
And Jakiro kind of helps you get the towers. But overall, like it's not gonna be fast. Neither Roche, neither towers for the Team Secret.
So Secret have a way to take fights between the Storm and the Ember, where they do get to blow people up, they get to take their targets, and if certain ultimates are clicked, it's going to be very hard for Kunkka and Pango and DP to click the spells that they want to click, and also for Mirana to land the arrows on the cores. It's just the nature of the Spirit heroes, especially these two. But boom, they have powerful pick now. I still think the Drow adding the silence is very, very strong. I don't think Clinkz is as good, but it's also a good hero.
But they have a lot of jumps on draw, didn't they? Like
True.
Tiny
But
Storm Ember.
But the Drow has the team fight to back herself up.
Oh,
Ricky.
Oh, another silence.
Spicy,
Yes.
I love this pick from Boom actually.
Why do you love this pick from Boom?
I don't know, it's just like so good against Ember Spirit and Storm Spirit, even OD. Like it just complements their lineup a lot, and they have already team fight to back him up, and all he has to do is like just to take down those two heroes.
Yeah. I also think the lane is going to be really hard for OD if it's Death Prophet 5 and Ricky. Like this Tiny is very abusable for that reason, and now you have a carry that also helps your support, because every time OD tries to trade back with DP, Ricky jumps, and it's not a good trade for the OD.
What are you thinking, Cap?
Well, to be honest, watching this draft unfold, nothing really changes for me. If anything, like I was most afraid of Team Secret. They seem to be a bit exposed to aggression from what we've seen in the previous games. Boom is full of that, and the draft changes nothing about that to me. I think Johan, he pointed that out exactly. These heroes do not thrive under a whole lot of pressure and chaos.
All right, what needs to happen for Team Secret then to have a good start in this game to do have a shot? Because you guys are describing a bit of a grim picture for them at the moment.
I think it's pretty grim for Secret, actually. I think the Ricky pick was beautiful. I think if Ember owns the game and has a really good start, I think this Ember needs to have a really good start. I already given up on the OD Tiny. I think there's no way that they outplay them.
Okay.
God bless, but I actually think that the Boom is going to hit their timing that they want.
All right. A Boom favored panel is what I got here. Let's see if Team Secret can prove them wrong, or if indeed Boom will take this first game of the best of 3 elimination series. We're heading over to our commentary duo. It is Lyrical and Lacoste.
Thank you so much, Sheever. And man, Lacoste, you know what's cooking.
It's Boom. I mean, Boom, the chefs really made a really good draft, I would say. They have tower damage. This last pick, Ricky, I wanted to see anyone who can build into the Diffusal Blade, because the item is, it deals less damage, but it's also, what Ricky needs. Ricky needed to come online a little bit earlier, and the item is now 50 gold cheaper, I believe.
Yeah, and that's one of those things too, that like when you're built around this hero that just wants to get kills constantly, it feels like it can just be so freaking solid. He's actually already starting out with 3 of the slippers on the good old Jackie there.
Yeah, Ricky very slippery, hard to kill with the blink strike.
Dang you.
He just needs to output the damage in the lane. Like, look at his damage right now. He has 73 damage, 7 armor. So when he's sitting underneath the tower, that's very hard to be harassed. I'm really worried about Team Secret's offlane. I don't think I've seen this OD plus Tiny, how that's gonna work out, but I could be wrong. Also, Tiny starting with the Boots of Speed, so this to me says, we don't want to play the lane immediately. I want to drag the second creep wave behind the tier 1 and tier 2 tower and try to manipulate the creep wave a little bit.
Right, and that's something that's kind of worth noting as well, is that you can just try and deal with that by just not laning and make that work, but definitely a very greedy offlane that they've got working here. The other thing too, I mean, obviously, Sumail, Storm Spirit, the be-all, end-all. This guy's done it time and time again, but this hero, it's changed around a lot, and I'm really curious to see what build he goes for. That's the thing that I want to see most. Try and figure out some new tech around this Storm Spirit, since like all of the Orchid got changed.
Yes.
Bloodstone's weird. What's he gonna do? Who knows?
It's Kaya Sanjin to BKB. He definitely needs an earlier BKB because he's playing into 2 silences, and also Kunkka. The setup with the X mark into Arrow is going to be very painful for the Storm Spirit. One thing I'm worried about for Team Secret is they don't have that much tower damage. This is Ember Spirit plus Storm Spirit, which is not a usual combination. Most of the time you want to pair up Ember with some kind of tower damage, so like even if you're staying ahead, you can still put the pressure on them and go for the towers, but they don't have like many ways to take objectives. Yes, they have OD with the Meteor Hammer. We're talking about, sieging the tier 2s, sieging the tier 3 tower, so they might have a hard time closing out the game. Jakiro, his Liquid Fire got buffed, so now even like level 1 is much better, from 20 seconds down to 16. So that's pretty good for the laning stage, but yeah, I'm still worried for them, even if they're like ahead, to try to be able to close out the game. Their pick-off potential is insane, though. Playing with the 2 spirits and Tiny, once he gets the Blink Dagger, is going to be really good.
Well, and likewise, you do have some problems later on, as seen some headphones come off. Hopefully that's not too big of an issue. But one thing that, you've also got crazy pick-off potential on the other side, thinking about arrows going into the later stages. Ricky is super annoying.
Yeah, Team Secret wanted to remove the headset to see what we're talking about the game, what the weaknesses are. Poppy's like, yeah, I gotta check what Lacoste has to say. Yeah, there he is. Like, this game is we need. Oh, there we go. We're just
Yeah, he agrees.
Yeah, he agrees. We need to do this to be able to win this one, because the draft is leaning a bit towards Boom.
Oh my God, unbelievable! Now they'll get back underway here very shortly, surely. But this is kind of another dynamic that I think is worth noting about, is like that mid lane matchup, something that I really want to watch. Sumail facing off against Yopaj. Like these, obviously Sumail been heralded as one of the strongest mid laners in the game, if not the best one of all time or whatever. But Yopaj has sort of been this ascending, rising force out of Southeast Asia. Everybody's loving to see his cool plays that he's got out there. I'll see if they get a little spicy matchup there mid.
Yeah, because Yopaj has been dominating in the Southeast Asian DPC. Mm-hmm. He is definitely the best laner. When he played against the Sumail last time they met in this tournament, it was Templar Assassin against Puck, TA favorite matchup, but Yopaj gave him some spanking.
There it is. That's what happens sometimes, every now and then. And that's going to be a couple of like unique things to watch in this. Is not necessarily like a ton of new heroes, but a couple that I really want to watch for because of like minor changes to them and things that have shifted, to see how these teams are identifying the new strength of the draft.
I want to check Ice item build, because this is something we usually don't see. 5 branches. He is the branch manager. Look at him.
He's building a tree. Maybe Tiny's going to pick that one up. No, I don't think Epser's going to skill that ability for a little while. But yeah, it is already so far very even in the mid lane. And of course, as we get underway, things to watch for. Is there anywhere, like we talked about the Tiny OD and that being like sort of not the strongest in the world? Are you worried at all about kills in that lane, or is it just you think they're not going to get a ton?
I mean, that Prophet has a 5. We don't see that much often, but I feel like she can do a lot. She can tank the damage. There is burst damage on side of Team Secret, so the Siphon is not going to be as good, but I like the item build also on that Prophet. A couple of branches, a Fairy Fire, and she's also bringing something else. Ricky has a high base region, 4.7, which is pretty good, so they're not going to need to invest that much region early on. And also Tiny very dependent in terms of mana usage, so needs to be like very careful. Let's see if he has anything. Just one clarity for now, and I like this position 5, buying a fluffy hat immediately to have a little bit more tankiness, because you know that most of the time you're looking for boots of speed and then like maybe for some wards and healing salve. So right now pretty good, like just reducing that burst potential that Team Secret has.
and making sure that she can sort of survive in the lane. If you can stay alive just through the last little bit, that Spirit Siphon's going to carry you through afterwards. So definitely good arrow. Ooh, a little creep in the way there. Means they don't connect.
You jinxed it. You said good arrow, and immediately there's a creep in front of it. It was a good attempt from Tims. TP rotation, expensive one. You know, they can start playing a bit more aggressive on the bottom.
See, I think you missed my question mark when I said good arrow.
Oh.
Good arrow? Puppy there. They get the deny. Bounty rune. Or picks it up, actually, and then heads off and away before the dual breath damage comes on in. But yeah, at least for now, slow, steady start. And nothing really to write home about in any of the lanes. I guess the really biggest one would be like the Pango not having a great time. 5 last hits on Skem. He's been able to get a little bit of pulls off at the same time there. But yeah, FBZ a little bit struggling on the Pango behind the Nisha Ember Spirit.
As always, Pango is not that strong of a laner anymore. Also, his lucky shot got really nerfed to the ground, especially at the early levels, because duration and also like armor reduction, it's just, you know, more about the swashbuckle and the shield crash early on. Once you max out the lucky shot, it's okay, but yeah, Pango's definitely not a strong laner anymore.
Yeah, they know about this, and already Yopaj in position to go and take instead the bottom water rune, most likely, as YapzOr is moving on in, and X, okay, that's gonna secure him. It pulls him away. Well done. Yeah, very annoying little rotations there, but it's sort of working. The fact that OD's able to stay in that top lane and not end up dying or anything while he was gone, pretty helpful.
Yeah, he has the Ring of Health, a lot of stats, crown, plus 4 branches, that's 8 extra. So he's relatively tanky, and they have like no real stuns. It's very hard for that Prophet to just get on top of him, so ISSI should feel pretty safe here. Oh, the chain.
BZ taking a lot of damage, tries to get the kill first, and in fact will. And with that shield crash, he's gonna survive through this most likely. Nisha can't do anything. Oh, Tims, they're backing out. God, just playing right on the edge there.
They have a lot of regen in this lane, like passive. There is Headdress on Tims, and also Pango has a Ring of Health. Another good attempt on the mid lane.
Pulls him back in. This is nice. Can they bring him down afterwards? Sumail dropping lower and lower. Needs to get a couple punches, miss uphill, but they whoop forward and able to find that finish. That was before 6 too, so he's gonna have boat. Yopaj, a big opportunity here to punish Sumail.
If Tim stays around, they can easily kill Storm Spirit one more time. Sumail needs to be careful about that rotation, because with the boat, it's going to be so much easier. And now Kunkka is, yeah, very close to level 7, actually.
FBZ, though, he's going to get punished. So they get that, and he actually...
That look at the camera like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, what a god. Dude, all right, players, take notice. This is what I expect every tournament from now on. That level of just a little swagger, you know?
Yeah, can you see that one more time? That was really cool.
Skev is gonna run out of there. No, we can't see it. All right, that's fine. Don't worry, Jay. You tried. It happens.
It's okay.
I'm sure we'll see it somewhere else.
We're gonna see that on Reddit. Yeah, for sure. Team Secret Twitter immediately posted.
Look at this, though. Ice has been able to stay up here. I mean, there's been so many denies by the Riki, though. 34 and 21. So it has been, this is the price of having YapzOr hang out in the mid lane consistently.
People figured out how to play against the position 4 Tiny. Like, in the last year, Tiny, I think, was like super popular as a roaming 4. But with the addition of the neutral items, I think like the burst potential of Tiny 4 really got nerfed. Any kind of a neutral stat item, anything that gives you HP is gonna be good. The raindrops, most of the people are gonna buy it. Arrow.
Ooh. Nice. Nisha, do the look again. We'll see. Turns on to FBZ. Root, not gonna connect. Okay, no, he didn't do it. Still playing the game.
No, he needs to get a kill.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, it's, again, down bottom, always a danger up until you start to make these rotations. And actually, Yopaj popping that haste. Torn has already been used, but he might just be able to run down Nisha. Only level 5 at the moment. Arrow pulls him back in, saving the boat yet again. This deadly combo. Yeah, they might go. In fact, Puppy likely to fall here. Yopaj playing with FBZ, and they move on in. and are likely just going to take down this Jakiro. Slowly, bit by bit, back towards mid. They're going to get a little bit of a punishment there as Scam ends up falling. Sumail getting involved, taking the kill.
And this is going to be a lot of damage on this tier 1 tower. Not sure who wants to TP first. There's going to be Ember. Very interesting build on Nisha this time around because he's playing against Mirana and Pango. Ooh, so he decided to go for points in chains. It's great against Pangolier, and they get a kill on top. Jackie was level 6 before that, so a lot of damage with just power threads and then those 3 slippers that you mentioned. Yeah. Oh my god, the Sumail's going for the memes.
Oh, he also has a regen rune here as well, but the 3 null talismans, still good apparently. And a regen rune to boot. I mean, he's the one that's doing the best so far in this game. Top of the net worth, and gonna get a little bit of extra help here by popping up that regen and then just farming out the jungle, it looks like. Oh, and Fairy's Trinket! Oh my god, he's got so much.
Alright, just buy another one right now. Buy 4th Null Talisman and play for that 25-minute mark.
He's like, alright, you take my int out of my Orchid, I'm just gonna build it anyways with a bunch of nulls. That's the play. He's got it queued up for the moment at least. We'll see if he actually fully commits to it.
He is, he's bringing Blitz Knuckles.
Okay.
I thought the Storms, at least from the high-level pubs that I've been watching, I have not seen Storm Spirit go for Orchid. I guess he wants to be able to silence Riki, and like Mirana also dies relatively quickly unless she has a Yule, so it's just going to take some time. Even against Pango, I mean, it's a good pickup. Any like silence is always going to be great on Storm Spirit.
That is a very nice little start for them here. I mean, again, we saw the lanes going pretty well. Jackie gonna get hit by the Meteor Hammer. Still apparently a good item for the OD. Easy to get that to connect each time. As quick little bug, Scam wants to get back into this game. But yeah, interesting opening. I mean, I guess picking up that Orchid now, do you think that Secret just want to sort of play pick-off-oriented Dota consistently?
Yeah, their heroes are very good at it because their team fight is not as strong, so I can understand why he decided to go for Orchid. Like, if they want to go full 5-on-5 engagement against the boat, against Silence and Pango roll, they straight up lose. So they need to be able to take out one hero, but also, boom, they're very good at assassinating, especially once Riki picks up that Diffusal Blade. It's cheaper. It's so much. It's 600 gold cheaper item, so he comes online like 2 minutes faster. And it's all about that. Keep him in the cloud, the pick-off potential, and that's going to be great against both of these spirits.
Yeah, and it was one thing that I was kind of wondering if we were going to see maybe around that 15-minute mark OD pick up the Shard possibly. I mean, they already have a nice way to sort of save with Astral, but this can maybe let somebody walk out of that cloud if it does come down, because it's just so good against these heroes.
It is. I would still prefer if it's something like a Force Staff. Force Staff got buffed, and it's also an item that gives him a bit more damage, and fair. He can protect himself. If they jump the OD, then he can't use the Astral, but with the Force Staff, it's another way of saving fuel.
Ice. Banishment's there. Puppey lays down the Macro Pyre. Ice Path afterwards. It's going to land both, though. Already connecting onto Ice. And he is going to drop the rest of Secret. Well, are they actually going to go in right now? Silence is out. Yopaj is here as well. Sumail in pretty far. He's still got about half his mana pool, and they jump in, they find the kill on the Yapster, now trying to turn, seeing if he can kill off Skim. The Silence is there. Still very tanky, but not tanky enough. He's dead. They just lose 3.
Yeah, there's so much control. Like the early point in DP Silence, because you're playing 5, Riki an earlier point in Cloud, which I really like to see. And Kunkka, 1x mark is set up for so many things in this game, so they need to be very careful about it. Like, they definitely need to get to like BKBs early on both of the spirits. FBZ manning up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going FBZ dropping low. He does have another slight. Will it be enough for the kill? Looking for the range. This wasn't quite there. So FBZ manages to roll on out of there. And TP away. But 2,000 gold lead already for Boom. The panel did talk about the need for Ember to have a good game. Do you feel like he's having that already?
I mean, in terms of net worth, he's in the middle of the pack right now and going for a very greedy item. So that means that his BKB is gonna really delayed.
Okay. Yeah, it could be a big window there where Boom can play incredibly aggressive and try and just shut down the map.
There's not going to be any kind of save for himself. I guess he's relying on OD to be able to save him in these situations if they get a good jump. But it might not be enough.
Tim's under vision. They have this ward, but they're going for a bigger target. The rest of Boom is also moving in this direction, though, so we might be setting up for a bit of a fight here. FBZ, roll is on cooldown, and there it is. Tim's, they find him right at the start, pull him back in afterwards. Jackie throws down the silence, second silence afterwards, so they get one kill onto Tim's, and now Sumail manages to get the jump away. The boat is going to connect, but I think that that's going to be about the rest of it as they trade off the kills 1 for 1, and Nisha trying to escape, and looks like he's going to get enough distance that Skem won't be able to chase.
Ricky will now have a diffusal blade, so it's going to be much easier to set things up. We can see Ice on the top lane trying to match the movement from Boom, but I still feel they can defend this tier 1 tower on the top because they've shown so many heroes from Team Secret that Boom can easily defend this.
Yeah, Tim's making the move over. FBZ also TPing. And Nisha, he scouts it. They actually cancel the TP on FBZ. Yapzor's there too, thinking about showing up and going for a double here. Can they do it? Nisha gonna get caught. The pullback the other direction, walks into the silence. They get the kill onto Yapzor. A second death for him very quickly. And Boom, they decide not to go back up top. And instead, looking for the fight down bottom where they get the kill on the Tiny. And, well, a pig pole runaway. Scam's gonna be good.
Too strong. So, top lane, they also defend the tower. Tower's pretty much the same HP for both of the teams. And now Ricky with that diffusal blade, he can start playing a bit more aggressive, go for the... Like, all he needs is to play with one hero, either that's Kunkka, and most likely gonna be Mirana.
And right now, so many of these heroes just don't have defensive items at all. Like, you got Meteor Hammer for the Storm Spirit, obviously, trying to get in towards that Orchid. Ember's trying to get to the Battle Fury. Like, these cores are easy pickings. And we'll see who they decide to go for first. As, at least for the moment, Scam pushing Nisha away, trying to get them out of this tier 1 tower area. And again, Secret gonna try and pressure up top. They get 2 D wards here.
And something that we mentioned is like how valuable this position for Tiny is. Right now he's level 6, and if we look at the Dead Prophet's HP, she's sitting at 1300. So like Tiny's burst damage is just like not there.
FBZ sets up. There it is, jump right away, the cloud is out, and this is a hell of a lot of damage. Nisha gets brought down in a second, and that's the strength. Meanwhile, tossing in onto Sumail. Not often that you see that one, but he has enough mana afterwards to chase down Tim's, able to eat through that arrow on the zip through. And Sumail with the arcane, he's X for a while, tries to get out of there, but not able to land the X perfectly for the pullback.
Storm not even using mana at all. He has Arcane Rune, a Fairy's Trinket, and 3 Null Talismans. But yeah, what an execution. Flying Storm Spirit.
Puppy gonna get pulled back in and killed. Yapzor will throw out the Avalanche to make sure he doesn't get chased down afterwards, but do they want to fight this now? Ice throws out the Banishment there, has the Meteor Hammer, but throw that one afterwards, and it might be a Death Sentence. It might be anyways, actually. As Ice gets pulled back in, another round of Nisha spells rooted on the Kunkka. Trying to get away, Diffusal Blade is there, Yopaj pretty far forward. Do they want to chase any more now? They're all the heroes, but the big zip in from downtown gets the kill on FBZ. The silence hits him, but then hides off in the trees. Yopaj has a BKB already. Now they turn on to Scam Secret. Filing backwards and looking for more. They pull back in Yopaj, able to get him with the Orchid. The arrow is going to connect, but where's the follow-up? Astral comes on out. The Soul Burn's not going to be enough to get the finish, but with Ice Pad down, they take down Boom again.
Oh man, once the Ember Spirit joins the fight, with just Orb of Corrosion, slowing them down and applying minus armor using slides multiple I actually have no clue why we needed to buff Ember Spirit, because he already felt strong in the previous patch and now it just feels like a complete monster. This is a big kill.
Yeah, this is a really good one. Arrow comes out afterwards. Like you said, Ricky, Mirana playing together. It's deadly. So 15 and a half minutes and looking for another. I mean, Ice might just be dead here as well. Slowed down. They go for the tricks of the straight. He's going to keep himself alive. And afterwards, they got the cloud down. Looking for a couple more touches. Ice low, but not going to die. And now, maybe they've gone too far. The root, they pop the exorcism. Dead on Mirana. Skem just tries to get out of there. And Secret, are they going to let him go? It looks like it. Although, maybe FBZ goes back in. Okay, round 2. Rooted, can't pop his ulti. Now they jump in. Jackie's there as well, and they roll back forward. Get themselves the kill on Nisha. Now looking for a bit more. Yapzor caught to the side. They have the X for the pullback if they want it. And another one bites the dust.
Yeah, great execution from the Boom. A lot of silences coming out. You have Dead Prophet silence. They have a lot of ways to control. So if they get a pick off and like start 4 versus 5, that's just going to be great. One thing I would love to see on Dead Prophet is to put more points in the silence. You're playing position 5. Yeah, Spirit Siphon, it's great, but the way silence scales, especially from that position 5, is just too good. Like I would want this silence to be maxed out instead of other abilities.
Now it's really interesting. Storm picking up the Ghost Scepter, so I think that might mean he's gonna look. Oh no, never mind. He switched it up. He's going BKB again. I was like, this guy's crazy. But they're gonna find YapzOr now and look for this kill back towards the mid lane. Brought down low and dead, and this is likely gonna be the tower afterwards too.
This is exactly what Boom needs. They need to start playing aggressor right now because they know there are no defensive items whatsoever on side of Team Secret, and they want to get as many kills as possible. We can see Nisha trying to farm up his Battle Fury. It's going to be like 19-20 minute Battle Fury, more like 20, especially if they manage to kill him one more time. And another way of silence. I see what Yopaj has queued up. It's Orchid.
Yeah, ready to go again. We're seeing it come out time and again how good this item can be.
Yeah, Orchid was even popular on Kunkka before, and now it makes even more sense because it gives more damage.
And like the mana regen part of it too is just like very nice. She's a hero that loves to be able to stay topped off. You need your spells to be effective. But we're seeing still, despite double the kill lead, it's only 2,000 gold into the favor of Boom. Obviously that starts to change as these objectives go down and they can hug out the map a little bit. We'll see what Secret's answer is going to be. For now, it's a smoke up with 3 heroes. But they won't find anybody over on this side of the map. They get some good wards down, have good vision. And on the other side, Boom, farming out their own jungle. Now do they make a move? Smoked up as 5 themselves. Boom, walking in. The smoke runs out. YapzOr, he's just out of their vision for the moment. Skem looking for somebody. Ice is who they're going to find. That's a great kill to get right at the beginning as they don't have any hope on Secret of coming back in and helping out their offlaner.
A bit too deep. Team Secret, they know that you know, they need to make stuff happen, try to get a pick off possibly, because there is a possibility that they get ran over, and there's going to be a Roche potentially if they get a kill or 2, especially with the Exorcism. They have enough damage, so Team Secret needs to be aware of that and try to protect it. Right now there's like 1 ward on that side. Team Secret mostly focusing on the top part of the map, so they have it covered.
Yeah, that can't give that one up for free, obviously, if you can at all avoid it. Battle Fury done for Nisha now. And they're looking down bottom on the side of Boom, see if they can catch anybody, but nobody home, at least at the moment. Kunkka actually playing, it looks like, between the tier 1 and tier 2 over there. Heads on back to play with Mirana now. If X marks connects, Puppy, you're gonna die. Skem already gonna be brought down one time by Sumail. Arrow out afterwards, they're not quite gonna connect on that one. Ice. There with the banishment afterwards, kind of funky using of spells there.
Looking for me?
On the other side,
not on point. I mean, if the arrow hits, he most definitely dies. Mirana could leap in and use the Starstorm, because Kunkka would definitely get Astral after that.
Well, again, queuing up the BKBs. Secret, they know if they want to fight, they need those items. And on the side of Boom, the Orchid done, there's still a big window here, right, where they can make a lot happen.
For sure. I'm just looking at the shards. No one bought a shard at between 15 and 20 minute mark in this game, so that's very interesting. I mean, they don't benefit that much early on, and they wanted to get like more defensive items, especially on Reiki. I think Reiki is going to be the first one to pick it up because that shard is still good, not as good as it was before, because it was undispellable. It lasted 4 seconds instead of 3, but. Yeah, still a good one. Just to be able to sleep someone, and OD needs to be careful about it. Like, if they sleep OD, then they can focus pretty much anyone.
They find both of these. Yep, in range. Gets the D ward there. Boom playing together. The BKBs are up and online. And Tim's is throwing an arrow. No, not going to. YapzOr dropping that ward down as well. They mean so much emphasis. All their wards have been up there. Catching OD in some trouble and gonna get killed off. For a little bit, he had Midas queued up, but going back afterwards for the BKB is what he has queued at the very moment. And Puppy throws out the ice path, backs out afterwards. Boom, taking control of this game. Although, again, you can see Secret, they're keeping it close, at least in terms of the gold.
Yeah, I've been impressed by Team Secret, the amount of farm that they get, considering like how deadly Boom's lineup is before they get BKBs. Nisha was thinking about getting Kaya Sanj, but yeah, BKB just seems like a safer choice on him.
Jackie again trying to hunt. And it is a little bit of a worry, right? Like, if these kills don't work out, suddenly you end up in a bad situation. Now, Sumail ready to jump in. There's the BKB response. And Yapsor are going to be left for the Wolves, most likely, as the rest of his team abandons him. Instead,
it's a BKB usage. It's also Blink Reveal, Silence.
Yeah, they want to go over here to Yopaj instead. Can he get the kill? Meteor Hammer coming down, but the BKB is out too quickly. Ice brought down, half HP already, and he's going to fall. So BKB's used. And a couple of heroes from Secret instead are going to be ones that die.
Yeah, both BKBs used on Boom. They got 2 kills and they don't die, so that's what matters. 40 attack speed. I was wondering, like, why is he attacking so fast on Kunkka, Arrow?
Yeah. Goes on in. So they're going to try and take this Roche. But yeah, the Orchid...
Secret will defend this. Exorcism is about to round out. I think Boom needs to get away. This is not a good Roche.
Yeah, that's a little scary right now. Boom, looking to go in now. Puppey backs out, but the silence is there, so they lose the Jakiro. Can they find anything else afterwards? FBZ rolls through. Arrow! It connects. That's what they needed. Onto the Ember. He doesn't have buyback. They do buyback on the Jakiro. Sumail still has that BKB fresh, ready to use in a moment if he needs to. They find the kill onto Thames. Sumail looking for FBZ, trying to finish him off. So they get a couple quick finishes. Now Skemp also turned upon. The boat's coming out in a second. Sumail, BKB ran out. The stun is there. Macro Pyre down. Ice trying to escape. Can he get out? No. Jackie finds that finish. Sumail avoids and gets out of the fight. Yapsor, oh, he's the one that's left behind yet again.
Bearing off.
And can they kill him off? Yopaj solo, dodging away. The silence is out. He just wants to punch him, but it's not going to happen. XTP home. They're ready for round 2.
Wow, what a beautiful fight from Boom. First, they find Puppey. I mean, Puppey's a lot of control, a lot of slow. If he is dead immediately, he even used the buyback, so his item progression is not gonna be there. At least he has something. It's a 4-staff, but yeah, Boom, I like the initiative to get out of the Roche pit because they didn't have enough damage to take it and then take the fight outside of it.
God. Well, again, and they don't have to go back for it right now either, right?
No, definitely not. They need Exo.
No. Nisha almost done with his BKB. I mean, again, you look at how close that fight was to turning the other way, and when those BKBs come out, that's definitely going to be the window that Secret want to exploit. But right now, at least, Boom are in complete control.
5k gold lead for them, and things are just gonna get more grim for Team Secret unless they get another BKB on Ember Spirit, which he is getting close to. And we see Shard, like FBZ has been impressive on the Pango, I would say. Like laning stage wise, the hero is not so strong, but once he gets to his item, the Blink Dagger, the Yules, the Shard, then he's like full control. And they have nothing. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity that can't stop Pango's roll. So once he hits level 15, it's gonna be even harder, and he is already level 15.
Yopaj shunting on the other side. They find one. It's only Skem. Can they get the bigger kill on the side of Boom? Pulling back Nisha, and Arrow is out. They have the silence afterwards. 300 gold away from BKB. Now it's about 5.
Yeah, the good old Silencio against the Spirits always gonna work, and this is gonna be another death of Puppey.
He went for the courier kill and then just full chain stun. Oh, poor Puppey. Needs some attack speed buffs on poor old Jakiro. But nonetheless, a 6,000 gold lead now.
Yeah, they will start to Roche. Dead Prophet is out in 15 seconds. She has Exo. Let's see how fast this is gonna go. Pango. Yeah, the lucky shot is always great against Roshan. Like you actually get no damage done. So Team Secret will definitely not defend this one.
Yeah, too hard to come in and try and make that contest happen. And now with the Arrow, makes it all the easier. Minus armor, all that good stuff. Yopaj gets the Aegis. Yapsor trying to finally put the touches on this last bottom tier 1 tower here that's been living for forever. And toss out, but they're going to glyph for that. And Yapsor won't be able to quite get it. But yeah, you feel like it's still going to remain fairly grim until those BKBs are out.
Oh yeah. They killed Ember, but he is getting close right now. Oh, Sumail.
Yeah, he realizes. He saw some people coming over that way and just gets the heck out. Wise decision. I mean, the Ricky dart also, like, you know, he sets up for the arrow afterwards. You get caught, you're done.
Even dart into Torrent, dart into Silence after BKBs are down. So keeping Ricky alive is going to be crucial. I mean, Yopaj is a monster, 15k net worth.
This is big. This is huge. That's what they needed.
That's what I was about to say. I wanted to see Ricky with Aegis instead of Konka. I think Ricky is much more stronger once he respawns, because like the damage that he does and the sleeping dart is way too good. And you know, oh, the Silence.
This is another kill. They pull him down.
Now he pops it.
FBZ now gonna get the rollout. Tries to get away. Whips Nisha as he goes past, but a couple more punches from Sumail is gonna be enough to get the final touch. So 2 big core kills going down for Boom, and Secret starting to flex a little bit.
Now, this is a big mistake from Boom, losing 2 heroes, losing Ricky. So the amount of pressure that they wanted to do with this Aegis is going to drop down a little bit, but they still have 3 minutes once Pango respawns, and they need to do something with it.
Quickening Charms now getting picked up as well. Roche, obviously, having been taken recently. You've got an Aegis for 3 more minutes. Puppy, gonna get found there. Ice Path already used. He's in trouble, but the Astral's out. Scam pops Exorcism. Do they want to fight this on Secret? Seems unlikely, although Meteor Hammer, they're sticking around for a second there.
A good Meteor, but he needs to be careful now.
Yeah, and then this has gotten a little bit awkward. The BKBs are wearing out soon. Sumail just zips through everybody. TP's back home. And with that, Boom. Oh, arrow? Oh no, sleep arrow afterwards? He's got BKB, doesn't want to use it. Yeah, Nisha, he's just going to try and walk out of there. Finally forced to use it. Wants to get some retribution now. Turns on to Jackie, but he can't really stick around that much longer. Remnant, he's slowed down now. Remnant away. Avatos. Yapstar comes in. Sumail puts the finishing touches. The silence and the walk away. So they finally get a touch and a kill onto Mirana.
Forced to use a BKB charge, but yeah, also forcing Ricky. Team Secret is doing a very good job splitting up the fights. So what Sumail is doing is zipping on a mid lane, has the boots of travel, and he can like easily TP back, lower the cooldown on it. And now like things are starting to get better for Team Secret, I would say, where they're gonna get more defensive items. Ice also has a BKB, so 3 BKBs, and there's going to be another 4 staff on the Tiny.
Yeah, and there we saw right there, they're queuing up more memes, the Arcane Blink for Storm. So I guess that they maybe didn't nerf it enough. We'll see. Yopaj, Avatos, Absorb, gonna get caught right at the start. They pull in, there's the full damage, the combo out onto both of them. Oh man, that is not what Boom was hoping for. Don't get the timing on the Meteor Hammer on the comeback. But Sumail's gonna get out of there. Over here now. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Boom just not bringing enough people to the team fight. Like they need more. Right now they're being nicely split by Team Secret, and it's been working out.
God, you saw right there as well, just the amount of damage that Sanity's Eclipse did. It's one of those things where Ricky, not a huge hit pool, not a huge mana pool. That guy just gets blown up.
Yeah, Ricky not the smartest guy.
It's fair enough. Well, 16, 28, 5k gold lead still being held by Boom. But you can see there's a couple cracks here and there, and the Aegis is now down, still 3 and a bit minutes. What's the next timing that Boom really want to like sort of play aggressively? Do you think they still can with their lineup right now?
They lost a little bit of momentum when they lost 2 heroes, and they lost Ricky and Pango. Like this was their big timing, and they needed to strike. It's been a while since we saw Exo being used, so there's still 2 tier 2 towers that they can fight with, and just pop Exo, try to force a fight there.
Looks like he's switching up his items again now, instead thinking about going back for the Hex on the Storm. So changing up what he wants to do. Ice, playing behind. But all of Boom is coming down to this bottom lane. Let's see if they can make anything happen here. Jackie, heading on in. Oh, he has a Remnant down, so he knows that the Ricky's there. But the sleep, it comes out. It's not going to be in enough time. He has BKB. Yeah, and Sumail's just going to jump away. Could have maybe gotten that arrow out if it was just a little bit quicker.
Maybe. Yeah, it's sometimes harder. I don't think they need to pop any of the spells here. Team Secret will not defend it. And in terms of net worth advantage, it's going down.
Yeah. Well, and of course, it matters less and less as we get into the later stages of this game when everybody can just kill each other with 1 or 2 disables. Yapzor blinks away. Boom, hunting. Back towards mid. Nisha trying to catch creep waves and slow down this push. Yapzor, Force Staff out of there. Arrow, they catch a glimpse of him just to the side, but he's TPing out, and Evil Scepter is there. Fully ready, and they caught him. So Yapzor gonna get ran down eventually. Tries, although he actually does have another blink dagger.
Gonna get out.
He might actually make it away. Blink away. Does he get caught by the air on the backside? No. Well done, Yapzor. Showing a little bit of appreciation there. Is mid?
No sweat whatsoever on his forehead, so it's like pretty chill, you know, standard Yapzor stuff. Wasn't even worried at all. Tim's placing some lane vision to see if they move around, scouting things out with Arrow right now, plus the Torrent.
Yeah, if you catch one of those randomly, it's definitely an opening for a fight. But Nisha throws out the Sleight of Fist, sees the small camp is not there. They back away.
Those slides are gonna hurt. Now with the Deso and the Orb of Corrosion, the slow, the minus armor, they still didn't have any kills on Deso. Right now, it's 50 damage and can go up to 25.
Go up to 25.
Yeah, so you can have 75 damage for the, you know, same cost.
Pretty good stuff.
Killer cost, it's all good.
But yeah, boom. You've got, what, Aeon now done on Mirana as well? With the full mechanism?
Eon Disc will protect her, and I see 1 Eon Disc on Dead Prophet. These are not the heroes that want to buy the Nullifier, but we might see one a bit later on, maybe as like 5th, 6th item.
And you can see Boom again. They're just shutting down this map. Taking the bottom or top tier 2 tower now as well. And Secret, you know, eventually they're going to have to get out here to come and contest for the next Roche that is going to be potentially up in 30 seconds. Going for that Tidebringer cleave on the Kunkka as well. And Yapzor, does he get found? Courier goes down. They're playing around this vision. This is pretty good for them. Ava, toss, Tims, they jump in. Aeon Disc procced. They have the root afterwards. FBZ jumps in. Ice Path misses. Skem. They get that Spirit Siphon. Yopaj finds one with the roll back and forth, but they get him away for a second. He's going to be Astral. It's trying to stay alive, but they combo it together with the arrow. So, not the greatest situation in the world for him there as they lose their Tiny.
Great read from FBZ. What's happening on the high ground, even without vision, he connects there, goes uphill, and lands a stun on 3 people. And I like what he's doing. He's thinking a bit differently. He's playing for like that 25 plus Octarine, Rolling Thunder cooldown reduction, and
right.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. He can use that. I've seen Pangos like go for refreshers instead of this build, and it also works. But refresher got nerfed a little bit. Added extra 10 seconds and less mana regen. Oh, this is big.
Yeah.
Courier kill.
That one hurts a lot. So got 3 minutes now, and that's going to be the window where Roche is respawning, where they will not have Ashivas. So a little bit tough. Taking the Tidebringer cooldown as well on the Kunkka. So Yopaj going to be hitting very hard in this with the Satanic completed and the AC done. Yeah, he's going to be hitting real hard.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. And also having a Dispel mechanic against Jakiro, against the silences, is gonna be good.
Yeah, Puppy found here, saving the X, but Force, nah, you're not good. That was a good try though. Come on back over here, buddy. And they take down the Jakiro.
Next Roche will respawn in 20 seconds, 60 seconds without Jakiro, and Puppy did not go for Shard. Okay, that's
Sleeping Dart. They got him.
In the buyback.
Yep, this is Yapzor dead again. Tough game so far for the Tiny, 1 and 9. You can see that all across the board, whenever Boom find these openings, they can get a quick and easy kill.
Pango has more farm than Ricky. This is the problem with Ricky, because he's trying to set things up with his dart and trying to go for pickoff, so that means that he's not farming. And also, without Battle Fury, like, he doesn't have ways of clearing the creep wave that fast, but he's playing the assassin type of Ricky. And there we go, inside the pit.
Arrow is going to come out now, and Secret, whether they know or don't know, I don't think they're going to get here in time. So second Roche with the Tiny and the Jakiro dead, going the way of Boom. And for some reason, he wants to leave the pit right now. Wait, zip in from downtown.
That would have been pretty cool there. Also forcing some BKBs. I mean, Yopaj doesn't care that much because his BKB is down anyway, down to 6 seconds. And he will get the tidal wave.
That's what it sounds like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Like the pull, they can pull them into the torrent, they can pull them into like arrow, into smoke screen potentially as well.
Oh, dude, be careful here. Yopaj has a DD now as well as the tidal wave. And, oh, he catches him ice. He's into trouble. He's nowhere left to go. He gets pulled out of the base, forced to pop that BKB early. And now maybe looking for a bit more. They try and drop the ulti. Not nearly enough damage.
Jesus, that damage from Ember Spirit. It's insane. Like, even on a hero like Ricky, it cuts down his HP down to like 70% with just one slight.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, the high ground defense right now of Secret, it's really annoying to deal with. Whether it's storm zips, being able to buy back, or just jump back home and have a full mana pool, all these things are going to be a bit of a problem. But Daedalus done, so even more damage from Secret. Physical Ember builds. It's back.
And he's getting closer to that level 25. 2 slight of fist charges. You better be careful when you go for the high ground. And finally, Storm Spirit manages to get that Demon Guard.
Oh, Yapzor, he's caught again, 4 staff away, trying to back out. But they have a good Ice Path, connects onto 2. Sumail finds Tims, looking for more. Sleight of Fist, bringing him down somewhat low. They get the silence afterwards. Toss now onto all of them. They're grouped all together. Sumail, he should jump in, find Jackie. He's down low, but isn't enough for the kill. They look for one more punch, and Sumail gonna get him. Yopaj down low too. He might just get slighted down to death. Ice is there right on top of him. They have that BZ pushing away, and yeah, as everybody TP's back home, Secret, call it off. Exo means get away.
Man, Team Secret, they're splitting up the fight nicely. Like Yapzor not dying there, like the 4 staff keeping him alive. They have so many tools right now that to like just prolong the team fight while the BKBs and the Rum is down, and then go in with the Ember Spirit.
I mean, you can still see, though, Boom in the lead, but if you lose 1 or 2 fights here, breaks the smoke, looks for FBZ, gets him with the silence. Lotus Orb afterwards, pulls him in range of the Meteor Hammer with the toss. It tosses over Sumail now. He's all over the place, but they get the kill nonetheless. And you can feel that momentum starting to shift. Secret, off the back of this Nisha Ember Spirit, who's just doing so much damage. If they're grouped together, that cleave is going to rip them apart.
It's insane how much damage Nisha does on the Ember Spirit. Finally, also got some extra damage from the Deso, +6 right now.
The Sleight of Fist charges, they're done. Danger. But likewise, I mean, they've still got this Aegis for another 2 minutes. What does this sort of perfect fight look like for Boom? Because, I mean, they've still just got so much farm. It feels like they should be able to take fights kind of well here.
Yeah, the problem is they don't have abilities that go through magic immunity, so they if they don't jump OD, you know there's going to be some kind of save. Kunkka has a full Hex in his backpack. He should definitely swap out Hex for Orchid.
Yeah, Yopa, I mean, it's not what you need. And Ice trying to queue it up, finds Skem, gets just the Meteor Hammer completely off the mark. It's going to connect there on the Skem. Tidal Wave afterwards. Jackie moves in Nisha on the other side of the fight, and they get the Astral. Keeping Puppey fine for the moment. Arrow not going to connect. Now Yopaj, he's into the side. Shiva's guard jumped the backline. Sumail, he's caught onto both of them. He's on top, and now Nisha trying to burn through him one by one. Jackie hoping to escape, but Nisha, he's on the hunt, looking to finish, but he's not going to get any vision. Now instead, Skem and Tims all backing away. So for everything used in the buyback on Puppey, they only get 1 kill so far. Can they find any more? The Hex is out. Is it enough though? No, Nisha, he gets the BKB. And now the turn, wants to fight. Root is there. Yapzor looks for round 2 now. Puppey gets him with the Ice Path. Yapzor can go for Avatos, but Tims is on the hunt. There too, and look at it. They get him down. Oh, the dart is too good. And they finally bring down Nisha. And for Secret, the fun might be over as Boom looking to clean up here. They find themselves another. That is going to be another dead.
If Team Secret can prolong this game for another 10 minutes, Boom's lineup is gonna fall off. Like Kunkka, yeah, he's massive, he deals a ton of damage, but he can easily be kited. Jakiro, with the shard, he picked it up. The max HP on that spell is insane. It's too good. It's also a minute stun on top of that, so 0.4 seconds has another way of stopping the TPs as well if they try to go out. Aegis expired.
Yeah, and ooh.
Whoa. Oh, BKB.
Yeah, man, things get spicy. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, if it goes late enough, it's really good for Secret, but right now, at least, Boom still feel like they have just so much damage, and if they can find these pickoffs, maybe force some buybacks or something, there's an opening there.
Yeah, the problem is Jackie did not get a big item for a very long time. Almost every single fight that they took, he died. So this Manta style, yeah, it's good. It gives him good stats, but he definitely needs this Basher to be able to lock them down for a little bit, at least during the BKB duration. Why? I'm just wondering why Skim is not picking up the shard. It's definitely one of the better shard that got buffed in the previous patch. So the fear is insane. If you can combine that, let's say with an arrow or with the torrent or Pango ulti, and they can't use the BKB, that's really good.
It's one of those things too that just it completely changes the way that you have to play the game against them. So yeah, that's something to watch for if it ends up coming out soon. But at least for now, not having it does give Secret some other answers.
Sumail, he needs to work on that career. Micro. This is the third time that the career died.
Hey, listen, he's got to hit some camps, okay? That's what's on his mind. But Bloodthorn done on the Kunkka now. God, they have a lot of gold. You're almost level 30 on Kunky's 28 now. I guess he just hit 28, so he's still got a little bit of time. He got that coveted X marks the spot move speed talent. Really good.
So I think this is the first raid pack that we've seen in this tournament. Mirana decided to pick it up. Jump, toss back. Oh, good Cloud. Great Cloud. He understood immediately that, he's going to go for that play.
Yeah, really nicely done. Jackie protecting Yopaj.
OD needs to die for Boom, because with the Aghanim Scepter, 2 charges right now, it's too hard for them to control a fight.
This is one of those games that it has the feeling like it could go the distance for these two teams. We're already 43 minutes in. No high ground is broken. It's, Storm and Ember playing high ground against this lineup that doesn't have great push unless you're committing Exorcism. I don't know. I'm starting to get some vibes that this one might be here for a bit. Which immediately means we're going to end the game, cast a curse. Classic.
Yeah, GG's called, and we can go see what the panel thinks about this game.
Smoke up. Oh God, don't make it happen, please. That would be the worst. But
they're not in the same spot. But to go back to the raid pack, it's a cool item. It's not as good in the late game because it only takes 5 hits to destroy it. So anyone with the attack speed can do it. And also the totem is not moving really fast. So, Yopaj. But it reduces damage, all damage by 25%. So that's pretty good. And also deals some overtime damage.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I mean, these fights have been so spread out that it feels like maybe, the totem gets dropped and it doesn't end up mattering. It's off somewhere else by the end of the fight.
What came to my mind is, can you decrypify the totem if you're playing Pugna or if it's allied one? That'd be pretty cool.
I like that idea. That sounds fun. Gem there on Sumail. I actually don't have an answer for you, so I hope that's okay.
I know you don't.
That's fair. That's fair.
And finally, Pango gets level 25 with Octarine Core, so Rolling Thunder is down to 33 seconds. And you wanted to see memes, he bought it.
It is there. So again, for anybody that doesn't know, Sumail, he's about to be blinking across the whole map and then follow up with the Remnant. I don't know how good this ends up being now. I haven't done the numbers on, all the stuff there, but it's only 1 right now because he got rid of the Null Talismans. But Sumail, they spot things. Ice, Yapstor over to the side, blinks in, and then the pullback, not bad at all. Gets 1 kill. Can they find any more afterwards? Sumail off to the side. Ricky looking for a jump. They're focusing now onto him. Yule Scepter lift up. Has BKB, but not going to drop to use it. Actually, already used it, so that could have been a kill possibly. There wasn't any Cloud, there wasn't any Silence, there wasn't anything to follow that up. Too far away.
And they still need to be careful about going in with the BKBs and then 1 Astral comes and then they don't have it. Roche may respawn in 40 seconds, so this is where the next big fight is going to come. Arcane Blink, 25 intelligence. It's not that cooldown reduction anymore, but 25 mana cost, 25%, and the debuff amplification, which is great.
Yeah, he zipped very far right there. He made it to the tier 2 tower. That's kind of insane. And I mean, to be fair, it means also, look at this guy. It's just doing nothing. He's going to have to kill his catapults, though. But, I mean, this is going to be their high ground defense if things get a little bit too testy.
You also have Jakiro, you also have a tossback and 2 sleight of fist charges. But still, 16k gold lead for Boom Esports. If you ask me, like, what's how much gold is Boom right now, considering how this game has developed, I'd say like 3,000 or 4,000 for Boom.
Yeah. It's definitely not an insurmountable lead by any stretch of the imagination. And this Roche going to become very important. It is up right now. Both teams see this.
Okay.
Look at this. How is this a thing?
Oh, it doesn't get the creep wave in the end. Spends whole mana pool. Doesn't matter. Has boots of travel. TP will be ready in 30 seconds.
He's like, don't cross this line. The whole map.
He also has a Stormcrafter, so one way to dispel the silences and save himself, which might be crucial in some of the fights and, giving them the mana regen.
Right. All right, let's see it again here. I think he's going to try and go for the creep wave that he missed, or we'll see. I mean, again, the other problem with this is like, you've got the cooldown on your TP, so need to deal with that as well. Goodness gracious. Blinks in and yeah, I mean, and that's still just half a mana pool ready to go afterwards. So nuts. Boom. For the moment, they are on the other side, and they're going for a big wraparound here. As they will pop the Moonlight Shadow, not opting to go for a smoke. Tricks the trade cooldown for Ricky. They have vision over here, but no sentries. And yeah, now they're going to get the D ward. Puppey realizes they're in the area. Sleight of fist. Oh, but the hex is out. Do they have enough trades down? But there it is. The save is afterwards. Ice backing away. The big zip from downtown tries to find a kill, but will it be enough? Ulti not doing anything from Ice, and they find that kill. Yopaj godlike, rooted off to the side. And they're going to buy back on Puppey, but they don't have the OD. He doesn't have buyback at all.
That's big. This is huge for Boom. Taking out the OD so that he cannot get any saves, and now they can run inside the pit. Aghanim Scepter is on Roche. So let's see if Kunkka decides to pick that one up, or if they decide to give it to Ricky.
Yeah, and we'll see what ends up happening there. I mean, Sumail probably could zip on in. Goes for the almost kill there on the tip.
And with the slide, they get him.
Oh, dude, double blink daggers on these dangerous cores. Oh, Tims, no, that's sad. It's like, really, guys? Why'd you do that to me? But Roche eventually going to fall. And it is going to be Jackie taking the Aegis this time. Roll up from FBZ. But Shiva's afterwards. Ice Path not quite going to connect.
Jackie always seems to be like the second choice. He never gets the pick first what he wants to get.
Right.
It's always Yopaj. Getting Aegis 2 times, getting the Shard, and now getting the Aghanim Scepter. Torrent Storm, it's great. It's great to disrupt the backline and also provide vision. So if they get like a random Torrent on OD plus a pullback, the next fight is going to be pretty chaotic for Team Secret.
Well, talking about chaos, Nisha just drops. And that is not what they wanted to have happen. Really rough situation there, because they also didn't fully catch the creep wave mid. I mean, this is a huge opportunity. If they can force a buyback right here, yeah, they've got to kill these waves. But I don't know if it's going to happen in time.
Ember does have a buyback and probably going to need to use it once they knock on the tier 3 towers. There's no exo for 30.
Oh, that stops him in his place when they do the thing. Now the toss back. They got Ricky in. Oh no, the mechanics were not the way they thought it was going to be. And now Ricky might be in trouble. Jackie forced to pop that BKB and run away. Yopaj hoping to get some good damage here on to the tower. Ghost Scepter, Tidal Wave, pulls him in. Astral, keeping him under fire. They have the Ice Path with the Macro Pyre. Another toss back, but there's the Cloud down yet again. Now the pull coming from Sumail, trying to kill him off. Will it be enough to take down Yopaj? He's so low with the mechanics, trying to keep him up, but there's the crit. It comes in from Nisha. Finds that final kill at FBZ. They all have to run now. He TP's out of there.
There's the totem.
The
looks cool.
totem.
Yeah, the totem looks cool, but yeah, these clouds were really on point when Team Secret is trying to go for the back, the back toss play. Buyback used on Nisha, so he's not gonna have it for a long time. So if they manage to kill him, I still feel Team Secret could take a fight 4 versus 5 if they're fighting inside their own base.
Well, and Boom now, I mean, they got to be careful with their movement. Sleeping Dart. And then trying to find him. They get him. But who's getting who? Now the stun. They turn it. Ice Path there on to the Death Prophet. Where's the rest of the cores at? Ice Force Staff keeping YapzOr alive, but the Zigfin comes and Nisha now trying to beat him down. There is the buyback coming from Kunkka. They're in pretty far. Can they get out? In some trouble. The Hex is there. They found Sumail. He's gonna die. And afterwards, they take down YapzOr as well. So baiting themselves in the mid lane, knowing that buyback was gonna come.
Oh yeah, this was good fight. Good decision making from Boom to buy back on Yopaj and take this fight. Storm Spirit, he does have a buyback, but now they need to be very careful. Like Nisha needs to play a bit more safe, or OD needs to like say, don't worry, I'm gonna save you. If they go on you, I have 2 astral charges and I'm gonna take care of you.
Well, game becomes incredibly hard, like you said, because of those buybacks. It puts so much pressure onto Secret, and Nisha has the Remnant out behind him. Gonna go for the slights. The Roots is there. The Manta afterwards. Boom. Trying to put the pressure on. They pop the Glyph now. I mean, this is one of those moments where anything could happen, and all it takes is one bad fight, and suddenly everything looks good for Boom. Buyback comes there afterwards. Astral keeping him fine and dandy. FBZ still rolling through, and with the one buyback, Boom gonna call this one for now, but yeah, they just drop down the cloud, drop down the totem, get out.
Buyback from YapzOr. Kunkka will clean the top wave and come back here. I mean, their pick-off potential is great with this Hex on Kunkka, so they need to be very careful. Also, the Bloodthorn, the damage output is insane. I feel Kunkka in the late game has issue in dealing the right-click damage because he get kited so much.
It's really tough. We did see there that like Satanic trying to survive through it. Other cores might have been able to, but him a little bit tougher, definitely. Ember thinking about going back to the
He's about to crack level 30 on Kunkka, needs a couple of creeps.
Yeah, and then obviously the boats, the spam. And speaking of spam, Sumail's hitting the tier 3 tower. Maybe they just park somebody there, you know, to catch him on the other end. Probably going to be a little bit difficult to do. Going for the Lincoln Sphere. And back towards mid again. You see Boom playing pretty far out. Puppey also is there. The Astral comes. Ice pops BKB even, actually. And a good torrent. For Staff. Keeps Puppey from getting in too much trouble. The big jump in. Yopaj, buyback for this one. He's in trouble. Yopaj dead. No buyback. That's 2 minutes. Oh, Secret. Now they're looking for more Boom. They gotta escape. Gotta get out of here. But they got their sights set on Tim's. Walking in. No vision, but he's right in the right area. Not quite gonna catch him. Ice is very far out. He doesn't have a BKB. That's their save. He's in trouble. He's dead. Ice goes down. He also doesn't have buyback. Now they spot Tim's. Moonlight Shadow. Things are getting funky. Really good catch.
Oh, he's in the air.
Right between them. Oh, it went right between. Splits the uprights, but it's not going to matter. Nisha still in trouble. Nisha's still dead. 2 minutes gone. And now they finally catch the stun onto Sumail. BKB runs
out of mana.
Oh, he's in trouble. Bottle up for all your heart's worth, but it's not going to happen. Sumail going to get bashed.
He
going
does
to get
have a buyback.
And again, a great fight here for Boom. They have one buyback on the Storm, but it's just Sumail and YapzOr.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe that arrow did not hit anyone. Like, how's that even possible? Between the butt cheeks.
No.
The damage.
Yeah, that is a lot of creeps dead, so they gotta hold off here. But the bottom wave also, he needs to take this one down, but then also not die, not leave the base.
It's always like a tricky part when you decide to kill one set of barracks and then go for the tier 4s, and Tiny can easily toss you. Tiny can toss you into the fountain, and you need to be careful about it. This is 4 versus 2 right now, and it's gonna be like that for at least 20 seconds.
I mean, their biggest tower damage is surely gonna be the Exorcism. Not sure how much longer that is for Skem, but zipping
more
back
than a minute
for Storm. Yeah, so they don't have that. They don't have Kunkka. Ricky doesn't really hit Billings that far, but if everybody's dead, then you can start to take some stuff here. Aeon Disc done for YapzOr. Boom. Wanting to end this. They don't have Ember for another 50
they
seconds.
Just don't have enough damage to go for the
they can't do
tier
it.
4 towers and try to close out the game. Another zip. I want to see what you said. I want to see like Ricky or Pango, because both of them have bashers, to try to stop Storm Spirit from doing this.
I mean, and the real answer is that also you have these catapults here, which are hard to deal with. It is, another whole thing that you need to take down. But you can see Boom respecting the comeback situation. I mean, it's 35,000 gold lead right now for Boom, and they still can't easily end the game. This is just an incredibly annoying draft from Secret.
Late game Dota becomes chaotic. We can see the buybacks, but not sure how many buybacks can they ping totally and have a good read, whether that's 1 minute more or less. Roshan might respawn in 30 seconds, and we're also getting closer to tier 5 items.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I believe that Kunkka has hit level 30 as well. So another one of those big little abilities that's going to be coming out for him. Secret still backs up against the wall. The net worth lead continues to go their direction for side of Boom. And Secret needing to come up with answers. It is a tough one indeed.
Also, Dead Prophet Scam, he throughout the whole game did not feel like position 5. He definitely felt like a core. I mean, look at his items. He's 5 slotted right now with Boots of Travel on position 5.
Zipping in, trying to check out the Roche, and they won't catch him there. Yeah, he has had so much net worth on that Death Prophet. And early on, it was, just these little items, but now bots and Shivas and all the fun stuff. But smoke up. Lanes are pushed. Secret. Are they going to find anybody here? You can tell that, they need to retake any area really is just what they need here. But they're going to try and move out back towards mid. And will they be able to find anybody? Nobody is showing. They don't really have that many great wards out. Mainly it looks like they're trying to play some vision game here and get some extra farm for their cores. But with nobody home and creeps coming in soon, they're going to have to deal with these waves.
Oh, for sure. And we have only 3 heroes with the buybacks. Ember Spirit will have one ready in 20 seconds.
Yules, Scam gets the D ward. Fight over to the side, they get one. FBZ, that's a good one to get. Can they bring him down all the way in time? Avalanche toss, FBZ low, but he gets the roll up off and able to get the ulti afterwards. Ice trying to save, trying to make a turnaround happen, but Storm is out of mana and in some trouble here possibly. Ice will die to the Exorcism. Well, Remnant forward, good amount of damage there. Finally gets that kill onto Tim. The Dart is going to connect now onto Puppey, so the Jakiro also likely to fall. Nisha, ooh, wait a minute, look at the damage. Remnants to almost catch them down. Oh, FBZ. I can't believe FBZ lived through all of that.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, he got the roll up ready. BKB is available.
Yeah. BKB TP out or Avalanche toss, go for the kill. Nisha just kills him off. There's nobody nearby, nobody to help.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're so farmed as a position 5, so you're like, well, you know what, I'm a core now, and then you overstep the boundaries.
Dude, this game is getting wild. It's nuts. I mean, and again,
there's so much stuff on the ground right now. Like Kunkka with the tidal wave, he has a Ghost Sheep fleet. Also, the torrents all over the place. Mirana hit level 25, so 3 arrows. It's like something's gonna hit you. Like one kind of a stun is gonna hit you, and you're not gonna be able to pop a BKB because it's coming from all the sides.
And that's all it takes, is just one of those abilities to connect, and then the game could be over.
Look at this value. I love that. Tim's on Mirana, keeping the Philosopher's Stone. Dude. 59 minutes in, while he's dead. That's value.
But look at this. Boom. Yopaj is going to throw out the torrent. Oh, the stun. The bash by Roche. It's there. They get Nisha. A lot of damage out, but the pullback in. Aghanim Scepter. The Macro Pyre. Do they have enough? Can they kill him off in time? Nisha needs that damage out all right now. But Yopaj the back. They connect slight from the way. Is he going to buy back? Yes, he will. Round 2 of this one now. Boom. Doing what they can, but there's FBZ, the man, the myth, the legend, constantly getting these rolls and finding the kills that they needed. But another round of slides. Nisha passes out, and they got the control. The arrow is there. Die back for Nisha. And that might just do it. Boom! Take the fight in fabulous fashion.
That must be it. I mean, this is Roshan. 60 minutes in. We don't get to see the tier 5 items, but what a game. What a game.
You said it though there. All you need to do is catch one of those abilities out, and God, what a freaking performance. FBZ, Yopaj, they all played just immaculate Dota that game.
They did. They definitely did. And like the way the Pango was able to scale and also scam on his Death Prophet, also becoming a core. It's very hard to fight once the BKBs are down, considering, as we said, there's a Torrent Storm, the arrows flying out, the Tidal Wave, the Ghost Ship fleet. There's so much stuff, so much control, and for Spirits in the late game, it just does not get easier.
I mean, these are the types of games that you love to watch when Dota comes around like this, checking out the numbers after. He's like, hey, what was I hit? Look at that smile. But things were looking good for there for a little bit, but Boom, come on in and close it out in this game number 1. I mean, I think this is one of those two that, like, this game could have gone either way. Boom's been playing such good Dota.
Yeah, it felt much closer. Like, the numbers said, what, 25, 35?
breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, let me bleed. Let me
More and ask more questions. It must be so painful.
It was. I mean, it was pretty nice. Seemed like a relaxing atmosphere for the team. Of course, they were having their breakfast, you know, but they seemed all smiles, which is good. Pressure, not really a lot of pressure that we could see, but the pressure is definitely on now if they want to stay alive in this tournament because backs against the wall. We have a Death Prophet first pick coming out for the side of Boom.
It's because they're left with nothing. Puppy keeps banning their favorite heroes for position 5 and 4 and like, all right, we're gonna take the DP again.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting that the drafting order changed. And last game, Secret picked first pick, had first pick, and
Tiny.
first pick Tiny. And here, the bans remain the same for both teams, but obviously everything will go differently in the draft. And last pick going to Secret this time. But yeah, I don't know if I like this. I feel like this is the wrong
Answer to the DP.
Yeah, I mean, DP is usually a threat to Tiny Core, right? Or like people like Siphon as a way to kill him, and it's one of those heroes that can go mid, and Tiny can't really have the freedom to go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good hero versus DP.
So it's been Ice's Ice playing Lina on the offlane.
And it also makes a lot more sense.
Too, isn't it?
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, one game as well.
I think he did. And I mean, I much rather would like to see this Shadow Demon, Lina, for example, against the DP, but this is also a good answer. Of course, like it means that Tiny probably is going to be position 4.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. This is flex pick.
Oh boy.
Can I ask what you meant made by this just makes more sense? Were you talking about Lina playing off lane or?
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense
Lina?
for Tiny to play with Alina because
Right.
now your hero actually has a use, and every point of armor and strength that you have makes Lina a lot better hero, whereas Odie doesn't use any of that. Odie doesn't threaten much, doesn't right click anything, so he doesn't use any tank ability from Tiny, which is also why Tiny probably felt like, I cannot help you, my friend, I'm going mid. But here, if they decide to stay together, they will have a lot more potential to pressure, a lot more potential to go for creep waves.
Yeah, it's way stronger lane.
Yeah.
I mean, also like for the mid lane, also Tiny roaming.
Yep, it's a lot more threatening, it's a lot better.
Because you do say if they decide to stay together, because something that we've seen time and time again is Yapster leaves Ice pretty early on.
Yeah.
Right? Leaves him alone and helps out the middle lane.
That's why I'd rather see like Timbersaw for the Ice. Like it's one of his favorite heroes, and he knows how to play along. Maybe in I don't know Brood Mother, but probably not gonna see it.
They probably haven't practiced Brood, and if they did, I mean, he is definitely a Brood player, and I think they could work around it. But I wouldn't assume if I was Boom that they play Brood. I would just assume they don't.
Yeah, definitely.
They have played a Mean Nature's Prophet as well, also hero you can leave alone on the lane.
That was a perfect pick, by the way. I don't know if people remember that draft, but that was also one of those weird lineups with weird cores where they had an Ember, and I don't remember what Nisha was playing, or Nisha was the Ember, but they needed some way to also take objectives or have some physical damage, and ISSS was shining on the Prophet that game. It was a really good performance.
And don't worry, by the way, we'll get our draft back in a second. This is just something needs to be fixed first. But at the same time, we get to see the players thinking hard about what was being meant. Because one person that Kyle actually didn't get a chance to talk to, or didn't take the chance to talk to, or maybe didn't want to talk, Heen. Of course, right-hand man of Puppy, now on the left, though. But he has definitely got a voice in that draft as well.
And it's really hard to measure how coach is actually affecting the team, but he's like if you look historically at his results with the teams, like he's actually one of the greatest coaches out there.
Yep.
He's also had a lengthy career with Secret, where I remember they've kind of gone through some coaches. So.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course, he is a TI winning coach as well with Team Liquid.
There's some TI winners in Secret. Yeah, got a few.
We got a couple.
I have a question though, and it's about Mushi and it's about Boom. Do you think that every series win, game win, or tournament win, they're gonna get a high five from Mushi?
Back to the memes.
What does it take?
Maybe a tournament win.
Maybe.
Definitely not a game win. I doubt a series win.
That's what I was gonna
Maybe
say
a
too.
tournament.
I mean, a series against who, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
against
think
Team Spirit,
against who?
you might get a chance to high five.
Okay.
Because that's something I always go to bed wondering about.
One of the
Every
things.
night you've been thinking about it the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
As far as I understand, Mushi gives them some pretty harsh feedback. Even when they win, he's always focused on this is what you could have done better, even if you did successfully.
Have you seen the movie Look Up or Don't Look Up?
oh yeah.
It's like, why did he take money? And Johan's like, what do I need to do to receive a high five?
It is exactly that. Exactly that.
Just
Now
constantly
we
in
see
his
a pick
mind.
from coming out from Poppy is I think the only person who's played Lich in half a year.
Yep.
Here we have it again.
But it's the second time this tournament. The first time it did work out, right?
Very well, very well.
Yeah.
I mean, Lich receives a lot of buffs like during the last patches.
Yep.
Not even one, but last
Several.
patches.
And not many people have gone for the shard, and we saw the shard actually make the bounces happen. It definitely changes the ulti completely, getting the shard, because having Lich +1 trying to kill a guy who's separated or isolated, no neutral camp, no creeps to bounce off of, or having the shard and is exclusively going to bounce between those two, it adds a potential 1500 damage to a kill. So I think the hero has a lot of potential. Last game I would say was the perfect Lich draft. They opened it with Earth Spirit. They ended up having an Ember as well, like lots of heroes using the armor, going in, forcing the fights. Let's see this game if they're going to keep focusing on making this Lich look good. Because right now, the tiny Lich is good, but Lina Lich, not necessarily super synergy. But not bad, not bad. Armor is always good for Lina.
And Boom go for some heavy magic damage in response to that, right?
Yep, these heroes are both, don't care about the Lich W.
Yeah.
Boom is just keeping the aggression up in their drafts. Like, you can see, like, they want to burst heroes, they want to run at people, and they're, like, clearly showing the pattern that they're actually the killers. They don't care about objective, they don't care about towers as much, but the kills, this is what they're looking for.
Yep. If you keep killing the enemy, eventually you win.
Even if it takes 60 minutes.
Even if
That's
it
part of
takes
Dota.
60 minutes.
Yep.
Anti-mage.
Team Secret thinking hard about, not that hard apparently, about the anti-mage. We have seen anti-mage. Didn't it lose yesterday? Eventually.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
It was a very
Then
close
he
game,
won
of course.
the day before yesterday.
That's true. Is it always should we always expect the Diffusal Blade anti-mage now? Like, is it that good?
I
Or
don't
is
think
it just...
so. I think he went only diffusal with the Magnus because
Okay.
he had it in power, but right now he definitely needs the Battle Fury first. Maybe some item after Manta, but then you don't want to build a diffusal this late, so it's gonna be like some Scotty probably after Manta.
I think you could go for the diffusal if there is a certain core on the enemy team, like exclusively maybe Storm and Lesh. If you have those two, you have the Battlefield Manta and a good time. I think the diffusal can make a bit of sense just to increase that fighting potential, but it might not be easy. And I do think with Magnus, it does make a lot more sense than with the Battlefield build regularly.
How do we feel this draft is going so far? Because obviously Boom is once again looking like they have a lot of aggression. Did Team Secret address that enough this game? Like, did they make changes that you feel like they will have a better shot on the lanes?
I mean, their heroes are squishy, right? So, like, all of the heroes, they get bursted so easily by the Boom heroes right now, and the anti-mage, it takes a really long time to get online. So right now, I would say the Boom is still gonna be ahead, like, first 20 minutes for sure. I mean, it just looks like that from these 4 picks, but maybe it's gonna change in the later ones.
Don't they have some pretty good answers to AM? Kunkka answers it pretty well. Hoodwink has both a disable that's AoE as well as a break mechanic against AM, which with the Kunkka combo I think feels very nice.
It's not gonna be an easy anti-mage game for sure.
It's not easy.
Split push as easily.
But I would say that AM can get a really good start. It's not a terrible AM game by any means, and I think Lich AM is one of the worst lanes in Dota for Sand King. It's so miserable to play the Sand King versus an anti-mage that gets to hit you.
Yeah.
I think Lich enables that.
With Venom Orb and anti-mage, right?
Yeah.
so
Orb
hard.
Venom, you get on him, he has this Sandstorm, he doesn't want to trade, he just wants to chill out, and then you lose all your mana, and your laning phase goes really poorly, really quickly. I'm worried about, like Roman says, the first 20 minutes, like the aggression that's going to come out, and they're going to need somebody to fight back on Team Secret.
So last time we saw Sand King, they actually aggro tri laned. Do you think that's possible here, like a Kunkka carry into an aggro tri lane, or whatever other hero they're going to pick?
Potentially, yeah.
This is a very good way to remove this Sand King bad game and like give him good game instead.
Yeah.
Give him early blink.
And we got the
Just a heads up, the score is wrong, but that's just something that will be fixed next time around. If there is a next time around for Team Secret, because if they lose this game, they are out. But what can we learn about the bans? We got some mid lane bans coming out from Boom with the Batrider and the Leshrac. Team Secret also at the moment focusing on that mid lane, or at least on, well, I guess flex heroes. Both Jackie and Yopaj can play that Templar assassin. We already had the Ember Spirit banned out as well.
I'm trying to think hard about Ice hero, and I can't really find the suitable hero for that.
I think they're picking Sumail hero last, if you ask me.
And what would it be?
I think they're banning something right now, but they have the last pick. I think they really want something solid for mid. They want to see whether or not the Kunkka goes there. They're banning some mid heroes they might not want to play against, but I think it's a lot harder to aim for an Ice hero in this game than it is to aim for a Sumail hero.
I think, Troll, they banned the Troll. Troll would have been very nice for the Boom.
Yep, it would have been.
Uh,
They play PA on Boom. I also think it's one of the best anti-mage counters in the game. Lich is of course decent.
He has like 0 win rate this tournament. 2 games I've seen it didn't really get online ever because it took a long time and she didn't win lanes. So I'd say I would be looking for something like maybe in CK for the Boom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I really like that idea. It exposes Lina a bit. Really good against AM.
On the other side, what we saw last game is that whatever Boom will go for, they'll probably be able to get the time that they need to get
Ricky also.
No, it will be the
PA.
It was a good call. Yeah, because, I mean, Team Secret's lineup doesn't look like it's that fast. They can go for that PA, even if it might take a little longer.
That's the natural way PA versus AM. Why it's also very good. It's because you have that extra time, you get that Deso, and you can force some things. You can force the Roche, and AM does not feel like joining this fight. If he does and he dies to the Deso PA, now it's a steep hill to come back in the game.
And she's also gonna get a good lane against Lina Tiny, potentially, right? It's not as pressurable.
PA can destroy the Lina as well. If Tiny leaves, this Lina gets isolated, and the PA is another one of those carry heroes like the Riki that also can help the support, which I think Boom focus on a lot when they do pick their carry. Last time they were playing against Tundra, and Tundra were, I wouldn't say outplaying them, but they were playing really well, maybe slightly outplaying them, and playing with a super strong lane. I don't think Team Secret are known for their off-lane strength, plus I don't think they've picked for it. Like, this Tiny is still just casual. I'm not a fan of the casual +4 Tiny. It could also be someone else's hero, but...
Yeah, they could swap it around, right?
Yes, because now you see also that the DP is going to be support, so you don't consider DP support as a hard counter to Tiny, by no means.
Maybe some Viper for the Team Secret on the offlane, potentially.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I much rather see...
Mars.
Interesting. So it's Tiny mid and Lina position 4, right?
Or Lina mid and Tiny position 4.
Lina's a fast MKB builder, right?
Yeah. I think Sumail will play the Lina this game.
Yeah.
Do we like this Mars then?
It definitely is a good way to respond to the fighting, like early on. It's a I don't know, it's just a fight here that they really like and they need it.
It smells all around.
I got my request granted.
And for the Boom, I would much rather see the Riki instead of PA, but PA is also like really good this game, for sure.
I think Secret are in a bit of trouble, just also because of this casual Tiny pick first phase. If it's going to be a Tiny Mars lane, I think they're going to have a really rough time bottom. They're going to have a really rough time, and that just... The Mars isn't able to join these fights really early. It doesn't want to unless he had a good start. With a good start, you either get the Armlet or Treads Bracer into Dagger. You get these early items so that you are able to fight, but he's going to be dreaming of that while his team is getting crushed, and he's going to TP in and potentially die.
Okay, this is not really painting a positive picture for a third game, Cap.
No.
No.
Oh, it's cooking, Cheever.
I know. I mean,
It's a
boom.
2-0 boom victory. That's
I
what's
mean-
cooking.
Let's see. I do believe in the Lina. Like Sumer Lina is another beast.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
That's gonna be the scariest part, right?
Basically
Get
the
that
same
fast
story.
arm running around.
As the last game.
All right. Well, we saw Sumail carry his team to victory before. Hope he did get that back rub because he's gonna need it this second game of the series. Let's find out how it's gonna play out together with the commentary duo. It is Lyrical and Lacoste.
Well, never fear, he might not have gotten the back rub, but he is going to get not the Lina. Instead, it's going to be the Mars. Do you think that that changes anything, Lacoste, as far as how they're planning on playing the game?
I think Team Secret put themselves in a tough spot with the draft. The panel talked about the first phase Tiny, that they love to shift around. But yeah, Mars on the mid lane is the hero that can like scale much better. Like you become much more active early on. But this is something that Team Secret ran against NGX Southeast Asia when they played offlane Lina with the Tiny. I want to see how much they can get out of this lane. And also looking at the anti-mage, it's not necessarily like a good anti-mage game because there's so many spells that can be thrown at AM, especially the Dead Prophet Silence, like X mark the spot if he doesn't get the counter spell off, Bushwhack as well, great spell against it, and carry-to-carry matchup. Phantom Assassin loves to play against this because she doesn't like is not afraid of the mana void from AM, and I want to see how this offlane is going to work out for Team Secret. This is definitely the lane to look out for, but it's by any means no like really bad AM game. I've seen AMs like take control of the game once they get to that like 3-4 item timing. Also want to see what the itemization is going to be. We've seen Yadoro getting a Diffusal Blade into Manta style, but this time around I don't think it's that good of a Diffusal Blade game on AM. We'll have to see.
Oh, and look at this. Nisha going for the big old head on over, but Tim's is already there, and he's going to take the bounty rune. So 2 and 2 across the way. Tim's finds himself Nisha, and already skilling the mana burn. So that's who's going to get out of there.
That's exactly what you want to have. And there's not going to be any fooling around. You're playing with Lich. It's a super strong lane. Like we can see Puppy with the Frost Blast already. What they want to do is get a really good trade on a Sanking, but seems like Boom is prepared. They want to get the first blood because they know AM. They already saw AM having that mana burn, so they want to potentially go in and try to grab a kill. AM wants to go in and burn Sanking's mana.
Danger, danger. Skem is there looking for some punches and actually reveals himself. Burrow Strike. They know he doesn't have Blink. They know he's in trouble, and Nisha gonna be the first blood drawn by Skem. Wasn't ready for that one.
Good stuff. They definitely didn't expect it, considering how aggressive they started to play, especially AM. And yeah, Tim's killing the Sentry Ward.
Back towards mid, we're going to have that other matchup. But yeah, they get the Sentry Ward away, and Sumail and Yopaj going to start beating each other down a little bit. But Nisha already going to have a lot of pressure onto him.
And this is big. This is actually huge. I'm not going to say this is a game-winning move that they did, but it's a huge boost because FBZ got level 2. He's going to have problems with mana in this lane, so he definitely wants to chill in the Sandstorm, and the AM will cause him not to do that, but at least the Caustic is there, so they set it up for much better start than they expect. Because if they just laned up 2 versus 2, this top lane is completely lost for Boom Esports.
Well, and meanwhile, you've got down here bottom, didn't really lose all that much on the PA by having that happen. Didn't need to worry about lanes coming in too quickly or pressuring her out, and Jackie should be able to get all these creeps underneath the tower as well, while Ice 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 pulls the creep wave back towards his tier 1 tower, and currently he's doing perfectly fine on this Lina. 7 and 2 right now versus the 5 and 0.
Good toss back on the creep wave. Yeah, every single time there's PA in the game, it feels like you're giving the offlaner a free lane because teams got better. I guess one thing I like from seeing Phantom Assassin, what she has in the quick buy, is no Orb of Corrosion. I feel like this is a bait item. You might get a kill or 2, but I feel getting the Power Treads into Battle Fury is just too good. Also, if you're forced out of the lane early on, that Orb of Corrosion doesn't do anything.
Brings down Tim's down there as well. Yeah, no Orb of Corrosion on the PA, but already Nisha getting a kill up there top. We'll get punished with a little bit of a Burrow Strike. We were talking during the draft a little bit about this hero's HP woes early on, and we're seeing it already. Nisha down very low, forced to get a salve handed over from Puppy.
Puppy with the healing salve will stabilize this lane.
Oh,
FBZ has no mana whatsoever.
Has been killed.
Well done, well done. And also gets the bounty run. All right, Yapzor. He's making some solid moves there. Well, he stabilized the lane for a second, but now in a little bit of trouble and jumps in. Tim's seeing if he can find a little bit of compense here by Nisha, seeing if he can bring down that hoodwink, but it's not going to happen. Now, LSA, dodge away, Skem, Jackie chasing down Ice. So Yapzor left for a little bit. That leaves open an opportunity to get some pressure on.
Yeah, this is what Notail mentioned on the panel, that Lina needs to be careful. Whenever Tiny leaves, there's always going to be a kill threat. She's by no means a strong laner when she's on her own, and also the reason why this hero is not picked very often on the off lane. So they have the 2 slows. It's relatively easy to get stuff done. So whenever Yapzor moves, Lina needs to stay closer to the tier 1 tower.
Well, so far, so good in the mid lane at the very least for Team Secret. 23-8 versus the 18-2 for the Kunkka. Definitely having a nicer time of it. I think also we saw Sumail getting a little bit of farming on those side camps, but not even really a level ahead, as Yopaj will get it now. Both of them level 5.
Mid-Mars is super strong, and I like this build that Sumail is doing. Double Bracer to put more pressure on him, because Yopaj in the games where Boom was winning, it was like he manages to snowball out of the lane so easily, top tier player, and I like that. Just put a little bit more pressure early on with those 2 bracers.
Avalanche toss back into LSA. Ice gonna connect, but afterwards, nice little chunk of damage there. Skem, down low, but will it be enough to get the kill? Doesn't quite look like it. FBZ dies up top though, and he's able to get him, and Jackie takes down another. Okay, so Ice ends up dying there. Just tanking through the right clicks, and just like that, boom. Making some big moves down bottom.
The problem is Sanking cannot kill without mana. That's the problem. I mean, it's a strong lane if they're playing against any other hero, because every single time they get close, you know that Nisha will come in and burn his full mana pool.
Tim's taking some right clicks as well as the Frost Blast from Puppey, but you can see there that so far they are still trying to get in towards that level 6. Likewise, Yopaj needs to be careful. If there were any rotations, maybe Sumail could make something happen with the arena, but really it's just more about saving that TP just in case. Nisha has the Frost Shield on him. That FBZ, while he's sitting in that Sandstorm, hard to do anything really to him.
Let's see if Puppey is bringing. Yeah, there's going to be a couple of tangos. And we talked about that this feels like a much better Battle Fury game instead of going for the Diffusal Blade, because there's going to be harassment on AM. But the thing is, if, let's say FBZ dies, that means that he's going to come back with the full mana, full HP, and they want to play aggressive that, first wave. They have 1 Burrow Strike, and then mana gets burned. So having a Ring of Health is going to help out quite a lot.
Ice gets jumped on again. The slowdown is there. They have a lot of damage onto him, and Jackie, will they be able to quite finish him off? Slow? No, not gonna go for it. Yapzor moves on in instead. Gonna go for a toss back there. Ice. I don't know if he actually wants him on you. He might end up dying if he's not careful. Jackie jumps, goes for the kill.
Good trade.
Oh, jeez.
That's exactly what you want to do with the position 5. You want to go in, die, and now your Phantom Assassin got the solo experience from it. Now she's level 6.5, and this is great. Now your Dead Prophet can bring the items down to you. Kind of a trade that you want to have. Oh, good bushwhack.
And Nisha thinking about going in, but Frost Shield placed on Puppey, so Nisha can't really do that much there. Yeah, Sumail definitely sort of the shining light here. I mean, I guess to be fair, AM's having a pretty good game as well.
Yeah, 34 CS, doing good. Sanking, the amount of CS that he has is pretty good. I'm not sure if he should finish this Vanguard. I feel if he goes for Vanguard at this point, it's going to be a little bit of waste of gold. What they want to have is a Blink Dagger, because it provides them with the team fight initiation and follow on the Kunkka's combo if they feel like they don't have enough damage.
Well, it is definitely something where it's felt fairly passive so far. 7 kills, 7 minutes. Worst in the world. Ooh, this is bad though for Nisha. Gets caught. Do they have enough for the kill? He's down super low, but just barely gets out of there. Cool as a cucumber. Oh no, don't let it happen again though. Move in. FBZ tries to find him.
Counterspell.
Nisha. Burrow strikes the wrong direction. FBZ was trying to hunt him. Tims though hides off to the side. They eat the tree. He's in the tree the other side. Now Nisha needs to get out of there, but it's not going to happen. And Burrow's strike didn't even need it. They find him on the other side.
That was nicely done. I mean, the Burrow strike, it's kind of a 50-50. So whether he goes left or right. And now we see Sumail a bit low on mana though.
And Yopaj, he finds Ice, and this is going to be an easy one. Pulls him back in, got the Torn afterwards, gets the kill. I mean, the off-lane Lina, like, you're just going to die in lane a bunch. That's just what's going to happen.
Pretty much. I mean, they've been using the information whenever Tiny moves from the lane, they immediately start playing aggressive. He, in the end, decides to go for the Vanguard. From what I've seen, FBZ, whenever he plays like Pango, even if he's not off to a really good start, he's gonna get the item and just be very annoying. So this takes away a little bit of pressure from him, because they need to bring an extra hero to kill this Sankey with the Vanguard. So that means that the most likely the aggression is going to be towards mid lane or the bottom lane from Boom.
That was really nice by Tims there, using the Acorn shot to scout up that hill, like anticipating that Tiny could have been there. Such a like low cost thing to not give away a kill to the enemy of the mid laner. Burrow, not quite there. FBZ. Only 2 points up.
Things like this we don't need to show on camera, but
fair enough. Yopaj trying to farm up. I believe that was a blocked hard camp as well. That they're trying to shut down these stacks and farm that likely are going to come a little bit later on. Tread's done for Anti-Mage, 9 minutes in. Gonna get hit again, and Puppy, is it going to be anything to save him? Nisha gets the blink away. Okay. Wait, Sumail. Oh, Yopaj is here, but he walked by. They had no sentry down. They spot Sumail now. This could be really bad for them. Well, Tims might go down, but are they going to lose more instead? Yes, they will indeed. Sumail in some trouble, but he's still living just barely. Oh, those bracers keeping him alive. And now the turn. Got to back out. Got to be careful. Yopaj out of mana. So they only ended up getting the Lich, actually. I thought Sumail was dead for sure.
It looked like it, but there was no cleave coming out. Sumail gets the double damage.
And just beats him down. Oh, can they get that finish? The blinking comes. Jackie's there. Need to get a spear away, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, man, Jackie, he's been getting these great trades, and I'm really glad that he did not go for like Orb of Corrosion, no shenanigans. Even seems like he's going to be skipping the power treads and then going back to power treads after the battle period, because he's off to a really good start. He's right now 53 CS and also including 3 last hits on the kills and 1 assist. So
and the thing that's so cool about that too is, like, you know, how many carries they recognize that moment where like, okay, he's going to kill our guy, but we're going to come back in and follow it up afterwards, right?
Yeah, Jackie's decision making in this one has been top tier.
Is under attack.
Really solid. Stacking his own Ancients camps as well, and going to head on back towards mid. So 11 minutes in, and boom, 2,000 gold lead, looking very solid. Nisha.
Problem is, yeah, he's gonna be okay. I think problem for Team Secret is that this tiny position 4 doesn't allow you to like fight. They don't have a form of initiation, and same goes for Lina. Oh, Dead Prophet using ulti.
And Sumail, he might get caught here now. Spear, they pull him back in. Bringing him down low. The hit, will it be enough? Broken, tries to walk out. Spirit Siphon, pretty good. Scam, taking a ton of damage. And the Chain Frost is only on the creeps. Oh man, that's unfortunate. But Yopaj should be able to walk out of there. They get the Death Prophet kill at least. Oh, Nisha tries to turn on FBZ. Power Rangers coming through. Oh, Nisha can't die here. It's absolutely insane. Knows he doesn't have any mana on FBZ. Scouts him to the side now. And they canceled the TPs, so yeah, Nisha's just gonna hang out again. God, he's playing it so close here.
He is. You don't necessarily need to kill him, but pressure him out of the lane so that he does not farm. And Jackie will finish the battle fury in the next 20 seconds, so that's gonna be really good timing. 12 minutes in on top of the power treads and the full magic wand.
Jackie having a good one, absolutely. So Still, gold lead not getting huge, but it does feel like that PA is the hero to watch out for, and that's setting them up to be like really strong as this mid game is going to come around here.
Oh yeah, if we compare this to Anti-Mage, who has still to buy 2 components of the Battle Fury, Phantom Assassin in the next like 5 minutes is going to stay at least half an item ahead of the Anti-Mage.
It's the cost of the Orbit Corrosion. There you go. But
I mean, he also decided to go for a full Power Treads to have a bit more survivability in the lane, but also Power Treads giving you the stats and the attack speed, so he's gonna like catch up a little bit because of it.
okay.
It's still like AM, he jumps in, they have the break mechanic coming out from the Hoodwink. Bushwhack is something that he's always going to be afraid of, and the silence from Dead Prophet. It's not going to be an easy anti-mage game considering how like this game developed so far.
Oh, down bottom. Many heroes from Team Secret together, and they find one. It's a good one to get. Sumail comes together and gets the kill onto Tim's, and that sets up for Secret dominance on the bottom side of the map with the rest of Boom spread out. Although Yopaj not willing to give this tower a bit ice, in so much trouble. Oh God, how do you live through this? Wants to survive, but the Burrow Strike is there. Got him caught, tries to do everything they can, but it's not gonna happen. And now Puppy also in trouble. Sumail over there, spears him, gets him over to the side, and now the Chain Frost bounces around a couple of times. This is really good, actually. That range on it ends up working out for them. And now Yopaj in some trouble. Avalanche can't walk anywhere. Do they have anything else afterwards? Puppy living through this and doing so much damage. They take down the tree and now finding Yopaj for the kill.
AM.
What a great combo.
He's dead.
Out of there. And yeah, nowhere left to go for the AM. He ends up dying. And now everybody else from Secret need to get out of there. Nobody else anywhere else on the map. The blink in, but the spear out, and eats another tree right before that Bushwhack came in. Sumail gets away. The dagger coming out, not quite gonna do it. They toss him onto him. Sumail's like, what are you doing? Trying to drink me down.
That dagger's gonna kill him.
The dagger's enough. Oh God, Yapsor got his buddy killed, and now
what
they
a
have the
Bushwhack.
and the jump in. Oh, Jackie's gonna take them all down. Can he do it in time? Avalanche toss back. Wants to find that kill on Yapsor, trying to TP away, trying to get out. But one more
that
hit
was
comes
so
a second
close.
too late.
Oh man, what a Bushwhack into dagger and also the cleave early on, 15 minutes in. Like considering how like this game has been played out so far, it's only a 2k gold lead for Boom.
Jeez. I mean, that's what's really wild about this, right? Like, this could be yours, but it feels like it's that the momentum and the way that they want to play right now. Boom are doing everything. Oh, good play there with the counter spell. And that's going to keep Nisha alive. This is why...
Nisha, he can't catch a break. He's like, oh God, come on, guys.
Help. He just throws out the help.
Take a deep breath. Because he knows that Phantom Assassin is free farming and already has a Battle Fury, so any kind of aggressive rotation they make on him is just gonna make the difference in net worth between two of those much bigger. Puppy has a shard.
Oh wow.
Sage Mask, Stick, and the Ice Spire. So it's gonna be much easier for him to land the Chain Frost. You don't need to like have it bouncing between the heroes, and it also slows people down by 20 or 30%. Okay.
It's deadly. We saw that earlier on in this tournament, how strong this combo could be. And they're going to have to watch out for that on Boom for sure, because no BKBs yet, obviously.
A lot of stacks in the triangle for Jackie to fall back to whenever he feels he's good to go. But he is good to go with the Battle Fury.
That was a smoke out. Not sure if it was under the ward or not, but there was a deep ward that was out there. And Puppy now going to see that, okay, got to take this one down.
This one's getting out of control for Team Secret, I would say, because Phantom Assassin, she's getting close to her BKB and will feel very invincible once she gets that. Also, like carry-to-carry matchup, just getting worse for AM, because Phantom Assassin Shard is a break mechanic on top of that, and they already have one with the bush, with the, what's it called, my brain? Sharpshooter, there we go.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. I mean, we've talked a lot about that and how good of an answer it is, but now you're also seeing other answers just in the way of the BKBs. And Secret continue to just pound their heads on this bottom lane. They finally get that tower here, 17 minutes in almost, and they're almost going to lose their mid tower as well. Looks like Yopaj is going to come in and try and finish that one off. The glyph comes out. But Secret needing to come up with some answers. AM Battle Fury done. It's something. But will it be enough? It is looking exceedingly hard. Now, this is the other thing, though. Ice just finishing off the Shadow Blade. When they played this earlier, things looked terrible for Ice for a really long time. But when he got that Shadow Blade, that's when he started to find some pickoff plays. And now, maybe a chance. Yopaj, BKB out. Silence. Gonna connect. Really big combo. The pushback afterwards. Chain Frost, will it be enough? I don't think so. Puppey likely to fall off the back of that one, too. Ice trying to bring down this DP. Skim, turn to bump it. No. Instead, they're going to be able to find Ice and get the kill. Another pushback. Skims is absolutely right in their face.
Oh, those bushwhacks, they're really on point. Two-man burrow into bushwhack into epicenter. Pretty much perfect execution coming out from the Boom Esports. Dude. No arena coming out, and yeah, we're going to see that again.
Oh, it was so much. The stomp, stun, everything.
Too much damage.
Again, it's like those moments where you feel like this should be like an okay fight. You know, you have Sumail, the big tanky Mars up front and center, and then the Chain Frost to follow, but it's just too much magic damage.
Exactly. So this will be the Roche. They're going to give this one to Jackie, I believe. Yeah, definitely. He did not get hands on the Aegis in the previous game until the third Roche died, so 7k gold lead for Boom Esports with Aegis. It's very hard for Team Secret to like go for a gank. Like they can try to set things up with this Shadow Blade on Lina, but other than that, it's gonna be very tough. Tiny, oh man, Yopzor, he's been blessed by Gaben 2 times in a row. When he's playing Tiny, especially from behind, he finds Philosopher's Stone, so that's gonna help him out quite a bit in farming the Blink Dagger.
And this is a nice kill if they can get this one. Silence is there, but the Avatos afterwards, and well, wait a minute. This is not how this is supposed to go. Suddenly the arena's down and it's not gonna matter. They pull him back in and tearing him down. Sumail, all he wanted was the scam kill. Not meant to be. And Ice left on the other side as boom. They came to play here on this big old day. Chain Frost doing some good damage, but the Raptor comes in from the other side. And, well, Chain Frost isn't good against BKB, my friends.
Oh, man, Scam, what a Giga Chat. He goes in and tanks all the damage, gets a good silence off. And I want to point out his item build. He had the 2 fluffy hats, drums, casual tranquil boots, and the magic wand. He has almost 2,000 HP on a position 5 Death Prophet at the moment because he found an apple as well. So Pupil's Gift, 15 secondary stats. He has almost more HP than Kunkka.
Can we hover over Scam for a second? Yeah.
Okay, he just brought in the Sanj, but yeah, 2,000 HP.
God, what a hero. Honestly, that is awesome for him. Very, very solid performance from Skem. And I mean, it's interesting, right? Because the gameplay mechanic that we're talking about is he's just standing there and being a big damage soak, but it's what they need. And now Sumail, chased down by Jackie, he's just gonna maybe kill him? Spear goes out to try and stop this. Tim's does die on the other side.
If he gets the vision, he will go for the kill.
Can't quite get there. But the rest of his team wasn't even in the area. They did bring down Tim's. That was an important kill. This Hoodwink has been doing so much for them. Jackie clears through that wave, and this entire area is theirs. They are choking Secret out of the map and continuing to accelerate this lead. Blink in, looking for one. It's Puppey to the side. They spot him now, and will get him with the X pullback play. Oh, Skem. They go on the Death Prophet again, down to half HP, dropping low, vote out afterwards, trying to damage mitigate. The Chain Frost bouncing back and forth yet again, and Skem still living on absolutely nothing.
Went down a sentry.
Oh, wait, are you kidding me? FBC is going to end up going down, or rather on top of them. They find this kill, Yopzor, and again, not meant to be. Dude, he's living on nothing. Look at this man.
The boat buff on top of it, and he bought the book for himself. He's level 12, 20 minutes in as a position 5. Let's check some other levels on the team. Sumail, mid-Mars, level 13. Okay, so he's 13 as well. We're gonna come back, use a healing salve.
What an tremendous performance. And this is a tier 3 tower. They can't fight this early. They don't have what they need. And right now, Boom, looking on and trying to take this one down, being off of, and having to face off against Team Spirit next. They pull him back in. Puppey, I think you're biting off more than you can chew, my buddy. As the slow, steady burn down and eventual death. They just don't have an answer.
I can see our panelists coming back. You know, they're getting ready for that GG call.
Not a lot of faith coming in from the crowd at the moment. We'll see if Secret can put some wrenches in the plans at the moment, but for now at least, Boom are just completely knocking them out of this game right now. God, if they can do it, it's got to be off the back of Nisha finding some solid performances here. But maybe killing Jack would be a way to do it. Catches him to the tower. The tower dies, but he's still stuck to it.
There's still 40 seconds left on that Aegis. Phantom Assassin level 21. So Stifling Dagger damage on top of it is going for the shard to have the break ability and also the pure damage coming out from the max HP. I don't know, this shard's a bit too OP in my opinion, but it is what it is.
Jackie, Invis jumps in right at the start. There's the Torn afterwards, but Nisha able to get out. Will they follow for any more? Yopaj BKB down. There's an opportunity. This is it, but now breaking AM. It's really hard to take that fight. Yapzor tries to get him, but not quite going to be there. And now they find the X. The back and forth continues, and Yapzor, he's in some trouble. The Burrow strike there. Spear going to connect. LSA afterwards. Yapzor tries to get out, but he's out of the game for now. Aegis expires. AM can come back in a bit. A minute at least.
Oh, he got dusted.
Caught by the dust. Scam looking for the chase. FBZ there.
They also caught them out.
Again, and they catch them both. They're just being absolutely ripped apart. Sumail forced to pop that BKB off to the side. FBZ not dying to Nisha. The bushwhack is there afterwards. Jackie right on top of him. Triple kill for Jackie, and he's loving it. Absolute destruction.
Oh man, what a performance from Boom. Both games, like first game was very even, 60-minute game, but this one they really came to play. I mean, they have anti-mage, so I don't think they're gonna call it straight away, but one more bad fight and this game just ends.
They have toss back. Oh, but the Yules is there. Not quite quick enough. And now Yapzor going to die yet again. The sharpshooter comes out and he is going to die. Second lane of racks gone. Secret, they just don't have answers. Another axe, another boat. It comes out and it will connect. The Burrow strike catches on the boat. Center ice finds a light strike array, but for what? Better be careful, dude. We're coming for you in the fountain, and the crit one last time. Why not? GG, Jackie God.
They really enabled Jackie this game, like the trades that they did in the laning stage, trading position 5 dead profit for some other kills, and they used the info really well to play aggressive on the bottom lane. Whenever Tiny's missing, you go for that kill, and also like that TP mid rotation from him to get a kill on Mars, they completely shut them down. And I think for me, Scam is the MVP of this game. You know, Jackie, he played amazing.